Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday.
Hey, everybody.
That's sweet. I am Travis, and you are watching Wrestling Gab.
Holy crap, that's really big. Why is it so big?
What's it look like?
Oh, look.
Well, I had to so I could see it.
Oh, how do I make... Oh.
Look it. Anyways, Kevin Owens starting out the show tonight. You can't do any... Oh, shit.
I can't do anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you did. I didn't know it was going to be an issue. Screen 2. Next, let's get out of the garbage. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
In here.
All the people that are in the chat. Walter, he'll be back later. Robert Warney's in the chat. Sophie's with us. Devin is with us. I can go a little bit bigger than that.
That's 100. I got 100, 125. That's what was 125.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Reset itself. Okay.
Okay. I was like, I only got the two. It doesn't give me like a slide. It just goes 125, 150. And it was at
fine.
125.
Anyways, we have Devin with us tonight. Hey, Devin, nice to see you back. Heidi's with us. Samuel is also in the chat right now. Says hello. Hello. We've got Kevin Owens out there yakking away, telling us about all this stuff.
Very disappointing extra to me.
Is it because he has a weird thing on his face?
It's because it's Kevin Owens.
Oh, because it's Kevin.
I feel like there's better athletes out there that they could have probably went with.
Yeah.
You know, for the men's thing.
Right. He's coming to remind
Kevin Owens
he is.
He's all fart and no poop.
Mm-hmm. Why does he have a scratch on his forehead?
I have no idea. Maybe he had acne and he scratched it. I have no idea. Maybe
It's obnoxious.
there's a bruise around it, so I would assume that came with the fight.
Dun, dun. As Devin wanted to know what happened on Kevin Owens' forehead. I don't know. Somebody said no.
Maybe
no means no, Kevin.
He must have got hit with something. I didn't watch it on Friday very well. I know we watched it, but I don't remember it.
No means no, Kevin. No.
He was trying to take somebody from behind.
No means no. Let's see. Robert says, hey, good to see y'all again. Sophie says, hi, welcome back to you. Thanks,
Hey.
Sophie. Devin says, I'm going to miss Jason David Frank, who is a Power Ranger who passed away.
No idea who that is.
Me neither. I just know that he was a Power Ranger.
From the television series?
I think
or
so.
From the,
I think from the television
was
series.
there? Okay. First of all, I'm trying to say is I didn't know there was a television series. I thought there was just a movie.
Oh.
And that's what I was going to ask, if he was in that movie. Because I'm pretty sure I watched a movie, and they were it was in the water, and they had to like come up on the beach.
The only reason why I know any information a little bit is always because of some stuff on TikTok, and that's it. So those questions, I can't even answer for you.
All right, so it looks like they're going all out SmackDown tonight.
He could have been a Ranger and played in whatchamacallit too.
Army Ranger?
He could have been in the movie as well as being on...
Yeah. Was Zac Efron in that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, let's see. Sophie says, I'm surprised at how many hated the pay-per-view this past weekend.
Oh. I didn't mind it, but it's definitely a lot of work to do those pay-per-views.
Devin says, Kevin Owens is back. Heidi says, it feels good to be home back in my state because they're in New York. Samson says hello and hey. Robert says, hey, I'm here too. Yay, Robert.
Good to see everybody
Devin
in
says,
here.
what happened on Kevin Owens' forehead? We already talked about it. No means no. Robert says, hey, how y'all doing? Great, Robert. How are you doing this fine Monday? The start to a week that's short for some, maybe not for all. That person's sign says, Mom, I'm on TV.
All right, we got Sheamus, Butch, Ridge, Drew, and Kevin Owens.
Robert said that. Ravi's in the chat too. Hey, Ravi says, yo, what's up? He was the Green Ranger. He was in the kids' TV show.
Oh, is that tonight or is that... I'm trying to find a time.
Advantage Match, Survivor
Live this
Series,
Friday.
War
There it is.
Games, Friday.
Yeah, that's
SmackDown.
going to depend on who gets the number one in the match, so that's big.
Yeah.
Yep. Tonight we have Rhea Ripley and Asuka doing the same thing to find out who gets the advantage.
Okay. All right.
It basically starts out with 2 people, and then somebody enters.
Oh.
Who enters is the advantage.
Oh,
And you
okay.
get 1 entry every 90 seconds or 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever they do.
Oh, okay. Devin says there's a Power Ranger movie and he is in it. So he was on the kids' TV show and in the movie. Cortland is in the chat. Hey, Cortland. Hello.
Hey,
how are you tonight? Sami Zayn may turn on the Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games.
That'd be pretty early to do that. But they could do that and then go after the tag team championships, and I'd be okay with that.
Sophie says, how was the play on Saturday, D? It was pretty good. It was pretty good for most of it. The last part was kind of but it was good. The company was probably better. Robert says, I'm great. Thanks for asking. Ready for some wrestling. And
yeah, it is wrestling time.
Sophie says, Kevin Owens is doing this for Sami Zayn. This kid's set up for something big. Sophie also says, Jason David Frank has been a Power Ranger for a long time. That's what I understood. He was and always has been the original Green Power Ranger, I take it. I don't know much about the Power Rangers. They were before my time or after my time.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, really. I think
After my time, and I didn't have kids during that time, so... I feel like they're like for the generation that's 10 years younger than us.
Possibly. There's Drew McIntyre. He doesn't like the abuse of power.
Abuse in the numbers game. It's all gonna change.
Yeah, but can Kevin Owens work with anybody? That's the question.
No. Brandon's in the chat though. Hey Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
How's it going? He says, hello y'all. And Robbie says, I was watching USA versus Wales World Cup. USA are bums. They could have won that game if they had a proper striker.
Keeper? Oh, striker? Striker?
He says
I don't know.
striker. Like a sticker. Maybe it is a streaker.
I don't know anything about it.
Maybe he
I don't
wasn't
watch
wearing
soccer.
wasn't wearing the correct overcoat.
Uh-oh, Judgment Day. They're coming down. They want some.
Uh-huh.
Rhea Ripley is going to be part of War Games.
Yes. But she is going to be on the girls' side. So he says, and he was also a White Ranger. Sheamus versus Roman for Rumble 2023. And Kevin Owens, Butch, and Ridge do have history with being in War Games. Do he?
Does it matter if you have a history?
Yes, it does to Sophie.
Experience matter?
It
It
matters.
was all in the minor leagues. That's like throwing a no-hitter in the minor leagues and then coming up to the majors and being like, well, he has experience throwing no-hitters, so he's going to be good.
Yeah, that's how it works in everything.
They're keeping that storyline going.
Oh, because he's broken. Robbie's like, striker. Oh, a striker. Whatever the fuck that is.
It's an offensive player. It's probably a forward.
Soccer.
It's somebody that can kick the ball good with accuracy.
So he says this is random. Robbie says USA missed hella chances and gave a penalty away. Devin says, damn, Rhea Ripley looks hot. It's because she's not wearing pants.
I'd like to
Literally.
see her in
She's
blue
not wearing
jean
pants.
pants and see what she looks like. She might look good in blue jeans.
Wearing regular clothes. Piccola's in the chat. Piccola says, hey, I'm here to talk smack about WWE. Is it over yet? No, we got like 3 hours.
It's almost over. Compared to a Saturday, it should fly by.
Right. Film is in the chat as well. Film says, love my Rhea Ripley. Hey, Miss D and Travis, what's up? How's it going? Big hugs, big heart. Fantastic for a
good.
Monday. It's a short week for me. How about you guys? Anybody have a short week this week? Or do you guys have to work?
Plastic patty. What does that mean? That's pretty funny. Damien, what does that mean?
He'd have to ask somebody who's not from America, which half of his crew isn't.
Supposedly, Triple H is going to push little man up there for after, I guess, the Royal Rumble or whatever. Finn Balor.
Oh, great. Excitement.
Judgment Day, Brawling Brutes. That's like Retribution. Remember when they screwed over Retribution? They want some.
Sophie says, did you watch the AEW pay-per-view when it went into replay, D? I did not.
Oh, God, no.
Sophie, I didn't. I only cared about really one match. And that was Jade Cargill. That was pretty much the only match I really cared about. So
is
and
it,
knowing
it's going to
she
be
won
official?
is fine with me. Let's make it fucking official. Throw a chair. Somebody throw a chair. Throw the fucking chair. Let's make it official.
Oh, they're not Retribution. They're Judgment Day.
Yeah, Judgment Day. They're kind of like that other one, but
it
not
is.
quite.
It's the same fucking thing.
As Devin says, LOL, she not wearing pants. Exactly, dude. That is why she looks so damn good, because she ain't wearing pants. Films like Rhea wrestling tonight, and Pico says, I think we need subtitles for this angle.
Right.
Sophie says...
I need a translator.
Right? I don't know what's happening. Sophie says, funny, Moxley lost his championship on the same weekend that the Shield has their 10-year anniversary. Andrew Prima is in the chat. Hey, Andrew says, hi, hello. Pickle says, I don't understand any of this. Welcome to my world.
Nobody understands it. What's there to
Robbie's
understand?
message retracted. Devin says, do you count babysitting as a job?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably. Are you getting paid?
I mean, there are people that actually do it from a 9 to 5 as like a daycare.
Are you babysitting
is it a
because
relative?
of family being in town and stuff, and that's why you're babysitting? Sophie says Ray versus Dom. They're continuing that storyline, huh? Daz Reynolds in the chat. Hey, Daz says, what's the card for tonight, please? Also, has Seth got a match?
All we know is that Rhea is wrestling Asuka.
Yeah, that's happening.
And the winner of that will have the advantage at War Games on Saturday.
Without
and that
pants.
is this Saturday. It's all we kind of know. But obviously right now we have Judgment Day going up against Brawling Brutes when we return from break. So that's official. I would assume we're going to see Seth Rollins. We do every week. We're going to see more build-up to War Games, so we're going to see all the women.
Right, but whether or not Seth has a match or not, that's not really, out there.
Right.
So.
It's all good.
Robbie's plastic patty, LOL. Films well, they at least, Rhea isn't wearing any long sleeves. Sophie says, does AEW have a pay-per-view replay? Oh, I don't know.
They do. Well, on my... After you buy it, you have to wait 24 hours or something. Then you could watch it unlimited times. Huh. So I could watch it as many times as I want to now that I bought it.
Andrew says, how is everyone? Fan-damn-tastic. How about you, Andrew? How are you doing? Piccolo says, don't you mean fucking thing? Yes, that's it. Robbie says, you can find it on the net, Sophie. Andrew says, I've been in the hospital. Oh, no.
What are you doing in the hospital for?
Sophie's you only cared about one match from this past Saturday. What a low bar you set for yourself. Oh, yeah? Most of the time I don't care about any of it, Sophie, so
that's what she
it's a pretty high bar for me.
She's a Thundercat.
Nice.
People knew what she was wearing, though. They knew the name of that Thundercat.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea which one it is. I know of the Thundercats. I think it's the main dude.
She posted today that, it does look like that, huh? She did post today that she will never wrestle in a unitard ever again on Twitch.
I don't blame her.
No, Twitter.
Twitter?
What the hell's Twitch? Oh, yeah, that's that streaming site. I'm like, where have I heard that? All right, it has officially started. I think it had started during the break, so my time's going to be off a little bit.
It's Chitara.
Chitara.
She was Chitara.
Chitara. Is that a woman cat?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lion-O is the one I was kind of thinking of, but not.
All right. Look at these two just slobber knocking on each other over here. Got Damien in there with Sheamus. Sheamus getting drilled right now.
Drilled.
Damien's going to push him back here. Oh, gets turned around. Sheamus will beat you up outside of the ring, too. He'll say, hey, come over and work out with me, and let's record it.
So it's like, do you count dog walking a job? Not
paid.
if it's your own dog, as Ravi said. Yeah, if you get paid to walk somebody else's dog, then it's a job. Ravi says it's good to start. It's a good start to Raw. Devin says,
Yeah.
I'm babysitting my sister's kids and she is at work and I don't even get paid.
Well, then that's not work.
That's not a job.
That's called volunteering.
That's unvolunteered volunteering.
Big clothesline from the top rope from Sheamus. 1, 2. Daphne is our referee in this first match of the night. Kevin Owens is on the announce table. I don't know if Drew's over there. It looks like he's standing at ringside. They're like, well, we want to be able to understand him. And
Because
Kevin
they're
speaks
my
pretty good
brother.
English. For being a Canadian.
Good English.
For being a Canadian. Pretty sure everybody on their team's from a different country.
That's funny.
Yeah, they are. All of them are. All 5 members
Yeah,
of that
because
team
you
are
got
from a different
Irish, Scotland,
country. And
Irish-
3 English.
Irish,
And
Scottish,
2 English.
Canadian,
And then 2 and a Canadian.
and then
2 English.
are they both from England?
Yeah.
Ridge and Butch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, Rafi's like, Daz, yo, and Pico says, I'm taking care of the abandoned Pokemon in town. Nice. Daz is like, big up Ravi. Pico's like, oh my God, Saturday. Think of the viewership.
And I'm also going to go out on a limb and say that everybody on the other team except for Finn Balor speaks Spanish. And Finn Balor is also Irish, so it's very diverse.
Yes. Well, and Rhea, she's from Australia
Australia,
or New Zealand,
yeah.
whichever one. I can't remember. Is she Australian?
So they have no white Americans in this. No diversity at all.
Terrible.
1, 2. In the whole match.
In the whole match.
Even the referee. Like, nobody.
Sophie says, so the AEW
Oh, wait, the
replay
announcers. We're
is-
good. We're set.
is like what WWE used to do before the network. Ravi says, I'm happy England won 6-2. Sophie, you do know D doesn't care for wrestling that deep. Devin says, I can see Seth Rollins putting his WWE United States Championship on the line with a mystery opponent at Survivor Series 2022.
Where are they playing this soccer tournament at? Is it in the U.S.? Or do they play all over the world, and then when it gets smaller, they go to one spot? Or,
Yeah, Ravi, what's the answer?
Or is it in England, or is it in Spain? Where is this taking place?
Vindicators in the chat. Hey, Vin says, hello out there. He says, I actually think this show should have done Dom and Damien versus
Damn.
Pete and Ridge, then Sheamus versus Finn instead of AEW's 6-man tags. LOL. Cortland says, who will win the tournament and face Gunter? I don't know.
Now, I don't know. That's the thing. Without Sami Zayn winning, I don't know. I love it, though. It makes it a better tournament without knowing. Because I feel like if Sammy would have won, then it would have been Sammy that won the whole thing.
Right?
But now it's like, it could be anybody.
Pico's like, correction, Thundercat, Sneezy, not Tigger. It's a her, them.
I think Braun Strowman's the only one that's been hinted at wrestling. You know, like, they've used him against Gunther.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, like, they've seen each other, they've touched each other, they've faced off. So it's kind of
Right.
usually a big hint of what's going to happen. And he'll beat Ricochet next week. And so it's going to be, who's on the other side? It's him, it's Butch and who? Oh, Santos Escobar.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Escobar.
it could be Escobar, but it makes more sense for it to be Braun. Is Escobar feuding with anybody else? They were, right? They were feuding with somebody.
I don't remember who, though. I seriously don't remember who it was that they...
Hit dollar or whatever.
Oh, that dumb thing. Maybe it
right?
was
Isn't
them.
that who they were?
Yeah, they
and
were
so
kind of...
they could interfere, cause Santos that match against Ridge, then Ridge versus Braun. Braun wins that, and then it's Braun. So I'm going to go with Braun.
James Pittman is in the chat. Hey, James says, I like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They are great wrestlers.
Yes.
Robbie says, Finn sounds like a B-Tech hard man in one of them lousy crime gangster British films. Vindicator says, with Sheamus versus Finn, Luke would have 2 dogs in the fight. Meh. Williams and Makaz is in the chat. Hey, Williams and Vindicator gave the YouTube thing as well back. Andrew says, what is the next pay-per-view? Well, it's coming up.
Survivor Series. It's this Saturday. We will be here for that.
The Saturday.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a good day.
Picola says it's in Qatar. Qatar. How do you say that? Country or place?
Oh, in Saudi Arabia?
Qatar.
Right. Qatar, I think.
Anyways,
Qatar?
this year. And the World Cup is that you're asking about.
Oh.
Vindicator
Is that the
says
Middle East then?
World Cup is a worldwide phenomenon.
Well, I understand that, but where is it happening? Like, where is the actual cleats touching dirt?
Yes. Ravi says it's in one country this year. It's in
Qatar.
Qatar. Ugh. It's normally in the summer every 4 years, but they did it in the winter, but there are lots of controversy about it being hosted there.
That's all right. People are very sensitive. It's fine.
Andrew says, I have health problems. Oh, sorry to hear that, friend. Devin says, what do you guys think of the Judgment with Edge? Well, since Edge isn't part of the Judgment anymore, and we don't know what's happening there.
Edge done got beat up. I figured it was going to be Beth Phoenix was going to be the other member of this new group.
Right.
Because they show him and it's a hooded figure. When they show him the 5-on-5 women's.
Oh, uh-huh.
And they have the one woman, but instead of having a shadow, it's a hooded figure. And it's like a green hood, so like Robin Hood type.
Huh. Okay.
So it could be Becky, maybe. Maybe she comes back as like a Robin Hood type.
Ugh. She's supposed to be the man, not Robin Hood.
She can do what she wants. She's the best.
And Sophie says WWE is going to have a press conference after Survivor Series, kind of like what AEW does.
Nice.
Piccola says, I stopped there for a one-time trip. There's a mall with a huge roller coaster, and it has the Sistine Chapel painting on the ceiling.
In the mall?
In the mall in Qatar. Sophie says, are you going to be here on Saturday, or will we get the male version of D. Brandon back on here?
She should be here.
Wow. The male version, huh? Interesting. So he's like, how long does the World Cup tournament usually last? Andrew says, I do want to see a live event with my favorite person, AJ Styles.
Old AJ.
Pickles, like Americans have pronounced it as Qatar, but I've heard it as Qatar as well. Okay. Yeah. Well, how is it really pronounced? Cortland says, do both of you think that Sammy is actually loyal to the bloodline or wants something from them?
I think he's loyal right now, but I do feel like his loyalty is going to switch. I mean, it only makes sense.
Right. Piccola says, Sophie, Google it. And Vindicator says, controversy breeds sensitivity. Andrew says, I love all. And Vindicator says, WWE loves to copy AEW. Devin says, I can see the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for WWE Undisputed Tag Team at WWE WrestleMania 23. Vindicator says, soon you can't tell them apart. It will be AEWWE. Sophie's like, I did. It's good for people that love soccer. They have 29 days of it. Cool. 29 days of soccer left. Seems like a lot of days. But does that mean they have that many matches? That's the real question of the night. Hurry up, Butch. Get over there and get a tag. Oh, Dominic. He hurt that guy.
You wouldn't think
I
it'd
guess
be that
now the
hard to
Brawl and
find.
Brutes need a girl in their team so that they can have somebody go after Rhea. They should bring back some other dummy to put in there too.
And you might see that other dummy here tonight.
Ew.
If that's what you want to call her.
How exciting for us all. Anyways, Ravi says, yeah, there is 4 games a day. Devin says, what channel will the soccer game has been taking place at?
No idea.
Dude, I don't know.
Here it is.
Ravi
It
might
took
be
me
able to
that
give
long
you that
to find
info.
that. See?
Oh, uh-huh.
And that's the official. That's the WWE one.
Huh. Interesting.
So it doesn't really shout, you know.
Right.
It
Anybody.
could be Beth if they're going to rebrand Edge.
Yeah. Devin says that, and Andrew says, I have French, Irish, and Spanish, and all kinds of others. Nice.
Yeah, like Ayla.
Kiko's like, ew, dummies to the left of him and to the right. Exactly. All the dummies. All the dummies, dum-dums.
Sheamus in there.
He's like,
With
hey,
Little
buddy.
Mysterio.
Oh, I'm scared. Don't
Little
hurt
Mysterio
me.
just took off running. Is it the OC?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
AJ Styles and them with Dum Dum.
Dom going to take the L here. Well, as he should, because he's basically trash.
Finn's in the ring? Oh.
Goes down after multiple clotheslines.
Bobby says this match is great. Sheamus is the best out of the lot.
Yes.
God, she's so stupid.
Mia Yim might be a competitive eater. She might be the best competitive eater. I don't know.
Who? What?
Mia Yim.
Oh, no.
She's built like a competitive eater.
She's built like garbage.
There, Damien picks up Ridge, drives him down. Butch up across the ropes.
Oh, he got
You notice how
caught
WWE
somehow.
doesn't actually care what move they use?
Yeah.
Where in AEW they care so much that they have 2 guys that call moves. It's Taz and the guy on Excalibur.
Wow.
And you just don't even hear it. I mean, seriously, what's his name? The Corey Graves just said head first. That was his call of that move.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else might. I don't know. Pat McAfee doesn't really call the plays
No,
either. He doesn't
you're
know
not.
anything.
You're not going to see it in WWE. They don't care.
It's so weird.
You could hear that a mile away. Things like that, right? They've done given up on what the moves are actually called. I mean, obviously they're going to tell you they're finishers or anything like that. Look at that. He's ripping
He's got to
his
rip
shirt.
open his shirt.
Oh,
Didn't work.
poor Mysterio. He's like, holy shit. Never wrestled this guy
It's like
before.
I wasn't ready.
How are you?
I wasn't ready.
He's done passed out.
Well, it would have been better if he would have been able to rip his shirt off. That would have been funnier, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, that shirt's made out of super cloth.
Ew,
It's the same outfit that Superman wears,
gross.
just a different color.
Pickle's like, that's going to be the traditional match. Devin says, is WWE done with Rey Mysterio versus Domain
today.
Mysterio feud? Maybe. Andrew says, when is the next event going to be next year for the biggest, tallest fighters of them all? Oh, I don't know. What? Like the next pay-per-view?
And the year
Next
it's going to
year?
be Royal Rumble.
Pickle says, have you seen the kid named Megatoad?
No.
He's the size of Ali, and he's competitive, and he competitively eats.
Nice.
That's funny. And no. Bobby's-
Kobayashi was always tiny.
Yeah,
you know, and
he wasn't.
Chestnut's not very big, and I know he was the best in the world when I was watching.
Right?
Kobayashi was first, and then Chestnut, Joey Chestnut or whatever, just flew by him. Which is kind of sad. Do you know who any of those people are?
I know who Kobayashi is. He's the guy that is a competitive hot dog eater contest,
Right.
and so is the other guy you named.
Yeah, Joey Chestnut.
He won over
Oh yeah, he eats.
I
Like
don't know if he's still the
15
winner
more.
though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't know if he still holds the record for that or if somebody else does now.
He has to train for that year round.
You would have to. You couldn't just come into it like not.
And they he eats so many 100 a day or whatever, and then he pukes them up. Mm-hmm. He just does it again and again and again. So he's trying to keep his stomach huge.
Right.
Which is the trick.
Puking would be, ugh, that would be yucky.
Oh, they do it after they're done eating.
Could you imagine? You'd have to make sure people are there with you when you do that stuff. Because you could totally aspirate and die. Because they just swallow some of that shit whole. It's insane.
Right.
Nobody cares about what this guy person says. Sketty with his lisp of...
People might talk like that.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for them. Do I feel bad for this thing? No, I don't. Is he annoying? Yeah, he is. His whole mannerism's annoying. He's annoying. His voice is annoying.
Well, I just don't like how they have him on TV so much. I get having him on once every couple weeks or something.
He annoys me, and I don't like him. Robbie's like, I was watching a couple of football watch-alongs today that I am a mod on. We was all laughing that USA call it soccer, LOL. Yeah, Robbie? We laugh at everything you guys do because that's what we do. So we already have a sport called football, and I'm pretty sure it's not as pansy-assed as soccer. Well, it used to not be. It might be a little pansy-ass now, but it used to not be pansy-ass like soccer is. Sophie's like, Nashville is in talks to get a future Mania. Devin says, damn, Sheamus easy now, LOL.
Would it be outside? I feel like Mania should be outside.
Yeah, outside.
That's pretty
SummerSlam, outside. On the beach, bitches. Sophie's like, we got 4 matches for this pay-per-view already. Andrew says, does anybody know how to make a dream come true if they're wanting to be a singer? No.
YouTube?
Work at it.
Just YouTube, audition. TikTok. You'll get famous quick if you're good.
Robbie says, what's wrong with the costume? Hassan Terrell's in the chat, though. Hey, Hassan says, hi, guys. Are you ready for Thanksgiving on Thursday?
It's coming, huh?
Yeah, it's totally almost ready. Got to pre-make some food stuffs. Gotta pre-make some food, like some deviled eggs.
I gotta get my stuff
macaroni and cheese.
Make some pies.
Make some cakes and pies. Cakes and pies. Quizef is in the chat. Hey, Quiz
Quizef
says hi. Hello.
Good to see you in here. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe.
Sophie says Jason David Frank was also a WWE fan. He is friends with a lot of WWE superstars. Piccolo says there's a science to it, but I'm sure it's not healthy. Yeah, science to competitively eating? Yes, there is. Sophie says I might be a few minutes behind you because I walked out of the room for a minute. A Owens versus Balor feud. Good. Piccolo says, does Kathy Kelly have a cute nickname?
I have no idea.
No, I haven't.
She wasn't around long enough the first time, and now she's back. I don't know why she left and came back. But so no, not yet.
I will probably never nickname her. Toasty Marshmallow is the only one I've ever nicknamed. Because she looks as cute as a toasty marshmallow. Like, she's all squishy looking. Like, her cheeks are squishy. And she's all toasty looking. She's just cute.
She's got like little freckles.
Uh-huh. Sophie says the clause to the Nashville is getting Mania. They have to build a stadium. That sounds dumb. Okay. Ben Cares like, seeing Johnny makes me wonder, will you include spaghetti and meatballs with the Thanksgiving dinner? Travis seems like a spaghetti and meatballs kind of guy. No, because he doesn't eat gluten, so no spaghetti.
No. I could with like a squash.
Sophie says, I forget if it's outside or inside stadium. And Pico says, are you not watching MNF?
I forgot all about it. So no.
Oh, Monday Night Football. Quiz says, do y'all like the Usos?
Uso Penitentiary. Absolutely.
Right. Sophie says, but Nashville has to wait until 27 for a Mania if the deal goes through. And Pico says, I'm not going there. Squishy cheeks. Hee hee.
Those ones work too.
Squishy, squishy, squish, squish. Squishy, squish, squish.
What cheeks are you squishing?
Squish, squish, squish. Squish, 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 squish.
Squish, squish, squish.
I don't know if she has that kind of squishy cheeks.
They don't show that a lot.
Squishy cheeks or her butt?
Her squishy butt.
Who's gonna win?
Butter rub.
Butter rub?
Butter rub always wins. From a turkey.
I just like that he salted and peppered the inside of the turkey. I didn't think about doing that. Good idea.
Yeah.
All the other stuff we normally put in there, I don't know if you're still going to do that.
We're
We're going to plan on stuffing it full of things to make it all yummy inside.
You could. I could put onions in there, just as long as I keep them full like he did. Because then once you take it out, you could just dump them out, you know? They don't have to be in it.
No.
Plus, it's what? Once a year? Twice a year, maybe? Max.
I think that we had done like onions and apples or something.
Yeah, and...
Oranges or something, wasn't it?
I want to say oranges, yeah.
Because I know you want to put an acid in there because it kind of helps break it down a little bit, keep it soft or whatever.
It's a very lean bird, so it doesn't hold on to moisture.
Exactly. Pickles at Quiz. I've had drinks with Jay back in the day. Sophie says it has to be an enclosed stadium. Ernest Bells in the chat says, hello all. And Pickle says, so what's the rule of thumb? Every 5 pounds the turkey need a day for thawing?
Probably not.
I have no idea.
But that's pretty funny. You can actually cook it frozen. I've looked that up before. You probably don't want to, but...
Well, you could, but it depends on how you're going to cook it. If you want to cook it like we do, then no.
If you deep fry it, then no.
Vindicator says Toasty is still recovering from Ron slobbering and hacking up hairballs all over her. Yuck. I know, right? Disgusting. She probably had to wash her hair like 5 times. Sophie's like, and it will be a Tennessee Titans stadium. Oh. Is that what's happening? The Tennessee Titans, huh?
Here comes the Miz. Now, he's just wearing normal clothes, so it doesn't look like he has a match.
Is he not going to fight him? I thought they were supposed to have a match, but maybe he said, no, thank you.
Maybe we get Ciampa back?
Oh, maybe. This over here, so they don't have to hear me crunching
Oh,
too much.
shit. You know, it is dangerous doing that. He injured himself doing a TikTok.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, look, his hand. What kind of a injury do you get with your hand?
He owns cacti in California. He's rich. Johnny Wrestling.
Devin says, do you guys watch NFL football games? Yeah. We've got the Monday Night Football game on right now.
Yeah, Arizona and
49ers.
San Francisco. Oh, what a fantastic matchup.
Who's it going to be?
It's a moss.
He got a moth.
Oh, fucking love it, dude.
He worked out a deal with MVP.
What's he got on his head?
He's got a hood.
Is it just a big hoodie?
Yeah, it's just a hood. With a little cape thingy.
I want to try that on.
See how big it is on you? It's like drowns you. You're like, I don't know where I am. Vindicator says, now all of a sudden I want a job as a WWE cameraman. Pay is probably mediocre, though.
That's all right. You got to travel all over.
Mm-hmm.
The travel alone would be worth it. I bet you make $100K a year or more. You might never see your family.
Pickles like ASMR bag. Yes. ASMR bag. Ernest Bell's like TikTok and Vindicator's like DZ going old school with some Ruffles chips. Yeah, but they're the cheddar sour cream flavor.
They have
ones.
ridges.
And they have ridges. So So, ruffles have riches. Anyways, Cortland says, how would both of you feel if CM Punk's returned to WWE and won the Royal Rumble? Like WWE forgot how to be WWE.
It's all good. He's not beating Cody. Although he is a needle mover, it would bring their ratings up.
People's like, I own cacti in Florida. Whoopie freaking do. Who goes at Cortland with the hot takes right away. Vindicator says punishment for Johnny means he will be pounded into literal spaghetti. Pico says, who would win, Omos or Satnam Singh?
Yeah, right? That's a good question. You know who that is, right? He's the big guy on AEW. The big giant that hangs out with Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think they're about the same height.
Sophie says Omos versus Johnny. Wow. And Devin says, you have to be freaking kidding me. Omos versus Johnny Gargano. He said fucking kidding him earlier, but I guess he wanted to change it because fucking is such a terrible word to use.
Fornication under king's consent or whatever. Consent of king.
Mm-hmm. Fornication under consent of the king.
Uh-oh. Johnny almost knocked him down. Nobody's ever knocked him down before.
Oh my gosh, they're totally going to make him lose.
Just kidding, because Braun Strowman pinned him, and you can't pin somebody without knocking him down. Oh, dropped him down on the ring apron.
Oh, Sophie says Bryan Danielson said that after his AEW contract expires, he is done with wrestling. I think he said the same thing when he was with the WWE. Piccolo says, okay, I'm going to go watch something else. Let me know when it gets good. Okay.
It's good right now.
Sophie says those chips look good. They're actually pretty tasty. I forgot how good cheddar and sour cream chips are.
Oh, I would have never forgot that. That's some good shit.
Well, most of the time I just get plain Ruffles or...
Oh my god, he just got picked up by his head. He palmed him like a basketball and picked him up by his head. Look how far up in the air. His feet were like seriously 6 feet off the ground.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. Johnny might win this. The Giant's down. Johnny Spaghetti could win this. Once he's off his feet. They're the same height now.
Yeah.
Gano with thrust kick after thrust kick. 3 thrust kicks. He's got him down.
The audience doesn't give a flying fuck.
Not one person in this audience gives 2 squirts of piss about this match.
Oh, there's a couple people that are...
Well, it's because
Daniel Bryan's and him.
Yeah, they're trying to be fans of the sport. Oh, what was that? Was that supposed to be a splash on his feet?
I don't know. I think he was
Just choke slam him and get this over with.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this.
Kill him. Just murder him.
Bam! It brings him home.
Oh, step on him. Like, step
1, 2, and 3. Made me happy. 3 minutes.
Sophie says, I have to get fasting blood work tomorrow morning. I can't eat anything after midnight.
Hey, that's pretty cool. What are you getting blood work for?
How it usually goes when you...
They tell me not to.
If you want accurate insulin stuff, you want to fast.
Yeah, but A1C is over a 3-month period. It would be cool to fast for 3 months, though.
Yeah, I want to see you do that.
Really?
I want to see you fast for 3 months.
There's people that do it for a year.
Don't eat any food at all.
None. Not
Just
one.
water.
Water and supplements.
Nope, you can't have supplements.
You can't make up rules.
You can't have supplements. That's eating. That's not fasting. You're breaking your fast by having supplements.
Actually, it doesn't break your
body
fast.
Nutrients.
It doesn't break the fast.
It sure does.
It does not.
It sure does.
Anyways. It would
You're
be
done
pretty
with
cool.
Johnny Spaghetti.
Yeah, he
Can I
got
listen
pinned.
again?
Yeah.
Hey, they just had an advertisement for the soccer stuff, and it says Qatar in it.
It is Qatar. It's like guitar, but with a K.
Qatar. I don't know how you say it. Piccola didn't help me out, so I have no idea.
Qatar.
Devin laughing. Johnny Gargano might win this. Yeah. No. But knowing what
I love
Paul likes to do for you guys, I wouldn't be surprised.
I honestly thought he was going to have him win by like a roll up or something.
Why is it so loud again? That is so weird.
It's a commercial.
I guess. I don't think that does anything, does it?
Did it not change it for you?
Yeah, it did. Oh my god, your cat's over there being crazy.
Yeah, it's because I had to pile all that stuff. This room, I want to gut. I was going to do it this week, but I'll do it next week.
Pico's like, or you'll turn into a gremlin. Hey, talking about gremlins. That was our first Christmas movie we watched for the year.
Right?
Gremlins.
I accidentally fell asleep at the end, so I don't know how to end it. But I need to rewatch the ending.
Sophie says that was unfair. Robbie says, what a win, 3 minutes. That's long lasting. Sophie says, for my doctor's appointment in a couple of weeks, they want my blood work before I go. Sophie says, every time I do get the blood work, they somehow mess up the code or something. That sucks. Devin says, are you guys looking forward to the New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys?
Sure. Is that next Monday? Oh, or is that this Thursday? I know that the Cowboys usually play on Thanksgiving. I just want the Dolphins to go to the Super Bowl. Maybe win one. They haven't won one since the 70s. Cool. But it's wishful thinking.
Right.
I probably bet people in the past that they would never win one. So I'd end up owing somebody something. I wouldn't even know. Be like, do you remember that? And I'd be like, oh, crap. I didn't till just now.
That's funny. Devin says, it's this Thursday. Right.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably watch football all day. I'll be here by myself.
Sophie says, does your garbage and recycling come on a holiday?
It's a good question because it is this Thursday. So
no, it won't.
So they'll probably do it on Friday. And the recycling comes every other week, and it just happens to be this week also. So.
And people's like, 3 games on Thanksgiving. It'll be background noise.
What is the late game? Because I know Detroit plays. I know Dallas plays. So who else plays?
Who's the prime game? Who's the Amazon Prime game?
Yeah, and Amazon probably has a game too. I love the idea of doing a Friday game.
That'd be interesting.
On Black Friday. Would you do it in the day or at night?
I don't know. I don't know what would make the most sense.
I would assume the day. Just.
Sophie says, we had so much garbage, we ran out of garbage pails to put our garbage in.
So what I have noticed is when we have processed foods, meaning foods that have been changed and they're in boxes and stuff, we have a shit ton of garbage. But if we eat like just food, like pure food where you have to cook it, the wrappers are usually really small and we'll go through like a garbage sack a week. But if we get processed food, then it fills up. And it's crazy. That's the normal. But lately, since we've been eating these salads, those salad containers take up so much real estate that I have to take the garbage out like 3 or 4 times in a week.
Yeah.
So it's back to when I was eating processed stuff. The amount of garbage bags.
Oh. I wonder if you could break them down.
Probably. They're not heavy or anything. But
like just cut them down so they're like flat. Instead of them just being in big plastic, whatever, still. Anyways, Cortland says, what are both of your thoughts on MJF being with Regal now? Is he really with him, though?
Yeah, Regal threw him some brass
I
knuckles.
know,
and
but does that mean he's with them?
Yeah, he's
if
gonna.
that's the case, then he's with that club.
Oh no, I think that club's probably gone. I mean, I don't mind if he has some members in his group, but he better not be with Daniel Bryan and freaking Wheeler Yuta. I would.
Well, John
I
Moxley
might.
was part of it too. That's
It's
why I
just
said that's
terrible that he was in that group.
weird.
Right when they brought Wheeler Yuta in, it just ruined all credibility. At least with Jericho's group, having whatever Danielson or Daniel Garcia in there, it doesn't overshadow
Other people in the
right.
group.
He looks like a lunatic.
Now you'll have to turn it up.
Oh, nice. Better?
A little bit more. Like half. Like 50 or whatever. Ooh, he asked for the match.
I asked for this match, right? It's like the Joker background, like a Batman background.
Yeah, it's really weird, huh?
Comic book.
Different. Devin says, I love this side of Austin Theory. Or have you ever, or however you say his name. Theory.
It is Theory.
Sophie says, recycling here comes once a week, and when garbage and recycling land on a holiday, we have to wait till Monday for garbage and a week for recycling. Weird.
Oh, wow. Stupidest person on the face of the earth. I agree, 100%. Who cashes in when it was an open challenge?
Right? Like, what? Like, how silly.
Look at the 49ers just running roughshod.
Ooh! Beat him in his game.
I don't know if I've ever seen that in my entire life. Not since like the 70s.
Which part? 71? Pickle's like Pats versus the Vikings. Is that week some? Oh. Huh,
Ever.
yeah.
Like, not
It's
in
a
my
little bit different.
being alive life. Is it McCaffrey? Is that his name? It is. That's McCaffrey. He was the his dad was the tight end for the Broncos.
Huh. So is the quarterback not the captain on their team?
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Just depends
Most
on.
all the time I've ever seen they are.
Right. So, well, yeah, but they had a starting quarterback and he got hurt, and now Garoppolo is their quarterback.
Oh, so 71 is their captain on their team.
Right. Is that
He's
an offensive lineman?
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, that's normal.
He's that big guy that was running with 23 down the sideline and like bulldozed that one guy. It was pretty funny.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
So if he loses the championship, which he could very well, that's just a weird thing. But Austin Theory's changed.
Yeah.
Look how jacked he is.
Seth is talking, or was talking, about how whatever he is. Austin looks angry. Ooh.
Austin Theory is going to be the next Hollywood star.
Oh, great. Okay.
Did they throw it to 23 here? It looks like it. 23 caught the touchdown. Oh, no. He just drew the defenders.
Huh. Anyways, Pico's letting you know it was the Pats versus the Vikings for Thursday night's game. So he says with hurricanes or rainstorms, or we sometimes don't know if garbage and recycling come. So he says Triple Threat saw that coming. Picola says we'll get an explanation on Wednesday.
Well, with a hurricane, you could just throw your garbage out your window. Wouldn't it just blow it away?
That's terrible. They probably get in trouble.
How would they know?
The neighbors like writing it down through their window. Garbage up litter box. Devin says Seth Rollins versus Bobby versus Austin Theory for WWE United States Championship. I can't wait. Sophie says, didn't William Regal started that group 8 months ago? That was a quick turn that not many people saw coming.
Yeah, they ruined the group.
Right. Pico says, I thought I was going through an acid trip. Robbie says, Diaz sent you a very short clip of why there is controversy in Qatar having the World Cup there. Sophie says, Survivor Series War Games also sets on the road to where we could be going for the Rumble and beyond. Robbie says Seth should be in the next Batman film as a bad guy.
Right? It's like the Riddler.
Pickle says the game is being played in Mexico City. Really? That's interesting.
That's cool.
Mexico City? Hopefully nobody gets shanked.
They won't.
Robbie's like, oh, well, this Seth interview is crazy. And so he says MJF joined Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton as the youngest world champions when they were 23 or 24. Devin says, what is your guys' favorite WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view? Mine is WWE Money in the Bank 2011.
Oh, there's no way I could tell you the number. No way. The one during the pandemic was pretty cool with Asuka and the elevator and all that. I like that one, but I don't pay attention to dates of when things happen enough. Just like the Royal Rumble and all that, I couldn't tell you which one was which. And or even WrestleManias. I can't tell you which one was which. I don't know which one Brock beat The Undertaker in. No idea. It could be 30. It could be 26. It could be, well, it can't be like 19, but there it is. So they're going to have Ollie get beat again. I love it.
I'm okay.
It's like a
I'm okay
birthday
with
present.
that.
Yeah, and Austin Theory's just going to beat the crap out of him. Ricochet was trying to be nice to him. Why are you out here? You shouldn't be wrestling. Your ribs are hurt. Austin Theory's going to rip his Band-Aid off and punch him in his rib. Hopefully, Triple H keeps up his booking like he's been doing. Bringing in Johnny Wrestling, he loses to Moss. Because to me, he would have Johnny win that. So maybe Triple H does like some of these big guys.
Well, he's got to figure out that
Ugh.
if you don't have people, like, getting excited about shit, you're doing something wrong.
Oh! Right into a backbreaker. Oh! Is that enough? No! Ali kicks out.
Tighten that grip. Gross.
Didn't know she had the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. Oh.
Peacocks like, OMG, we're not in the trailer park. Jeez. Are you talking about me talking about people just, or Travis saying just throw your trash out the window during a hurricane? Or something else?
I'm sure that's what it was.
Robbie says Ollie is just trash, and Pickle's like triple X. Sophie says, I wonder how many storylines got rewritten after Vince retires. Devin says WWE WrestleMania 30 was when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. There you go. Now you know forever.
30?
Uh-huh.
I did not know that. That's funny.
So now you know forever.
No, I don't.
Pickle says, I only know it because it was in New Orleans. Robbie says, Ollie is just a jobber. Chris Akani's in the chat. Hey, Chris. Good to see you in here. Says, hey, Travis and D. So happy Sexy Jamie Hayter won the title.
Are you? I don't know if I am. I don't know where I stand on that.
I don't know. It's just an interim, so I'm not sure how I really feel about it.
I just don't like the idea because I don't feel like she's a true main eventer. You know, there are some women that main evented, and I don't know if she's that one. Like, are
Right.
people excited? Like, they're going to tune in to AEW this week because she won the championship?
Right? Like, oh my gosh.
Just because of her. I don't know if she's that person. Ali just won it too, and no, Theory kicks out. Match is going way longer than I thought it would.
Pickle says, and Hogan botched his promo and called it the Silver Dome.
I do remember that, actually. Yep. Well, he had some memorable moments in the Silverdome.
Chris says, now we just need Shotzi to win, and it will be a scissoring party.
Ooh. 1, 2. Oh, so close.
And Robbie's like, Tony Storm can't wrestle well.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not saying that Tony's better by any means.
It's just weird.
I was just talking about Jamie Hayter. I wasn't saying that she's not better than... It makes more sense if they're planning on putting it back on Britt. Because they can now start to... She could say, well, I was a real champion, you're just an intern. But just in like just normal, like doing a promo against somebody else. Well, she's the intern champion, you know. And just make it, like, belittle it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, they got to do something with that Thunder Rosa. What my thing would be, I'd just drop her.
I don't even know why they haven't stripped her of the title since she's been gone for so long.
Well, that's they leave them on them, and then that sets up a match when they come back for a unification. It's what they do in other sports. And then after so long, you can't defend it, then they'll take it from you. Mm-hmm. But you see a lot of interim championships in other sports, especially the UFC. Like here's an example: the Australian that's going to be wrestling. The Muslim guy, what's his name? It's a city or something.
Israel?
Nope, the other one.
Oh,
maybe it's Israel. No. A Muslim place. He's the one that just beat Oliveira.
Right.
His first name is it's a Muslim place. Or a religion. What's their religion called? It's Muslim, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really close. Come on.
Well, there's that guy named Muhammad. But...
280. Islam.
Oh, Islam.
So he's fighting Islam at the pay-per-view in February.
Oh, okay.
And so they've automatically already made it an interim championship for, even though all he's doing is just moving up to fight the guy.
That's weird.
He's going to move up to fight Islam. There's Austin Theory.
He's bleeding from his forehead area.
Austin?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's looking like Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
But with better abs. 544. But anyways, yeah, so Islam is now a champion at his weight. So the Australian's moving up to his weight just for one match. Just for one match, just for fun.
And so
they made an interim championship for his weight class, even though he's still the champion. That's how quick they interim.
That's so stupid.
So
that one's kind of dumb.
So when he goes back down, win or lose, when he goes to defend his 145 title or whatever, he's got to unify it again.
That's kind of dumb.
Uh-oh, Bobby Lashley.
Triple threat, but we're going to see face-to-face with Lashley and Austin coming up next, everybody! Commercial.
I feel bad. You don't want to be fighting Bobby Lashley. Think about how cool this would be. Triple H goes to the athletic board in California and says, can we get judges? We want 3 judges, and we want to sanction a fight.
Okay.
Right? So boxing, like make it legit, and then do Bobby versus Brock. Just do it legit, like UFC. Because Bobby would have fought in the UFC, but they wouldn't let him wrestle still. So we went to Bellator.
Oh. Okay.
Or we might have already had it. And then just say, hey, winner gets $1 million. loser gets $1 million. Just go fight. You know, I mean, they obviously they got to do. The loser isn't going to want to get nothing, so they're going to have to pay him a lot, and they ain't going to pay him in like normal paychecks, because that could ruin your life. So it's got to be worth it. So maybe $15 million for the winner and $12 million for the loser or something. So that's about what they'd get in the UFC if they had that. It'd be kind of fun to watch. I think it would be a fun show. And you know how many people would watch that? Every UFC fan would tune into it.
Yeah.
Because you'd legitly do it. You could call it like a pit match or whatever you wanted and make it an octagon.
Right.
Like, you could do it legit. That whole pay-per-view could be in an octagon, or they could just bring in, you know how they have the Hell in a Cell? Mm-hmm. And when they bring it, it has floor on it?
Right.
They could just bring in an octagon from down, so the ring's still square in the middle, and when they drop it down, now it is a octagon. But that's a huge ring. That would be a huge octagon with that ring. So they might want to just pick that ring up and bring in an octagon or something.
Right.
There's a way to do it.
There's always a way. Anyways, Robbie was saying that Tony Storm can't wrestle well, and people says, "Come on, Robbie, stop smoking crack." And Robbie's like, "Saraya is gonna get injured and be out for good." LOL.
I hope so. I mean, I hope not is what I meant to say there. When I say I hope so, I meant like I hope that does not happen.
Piccolo says, "I sort of disagree. It just needs to be relinquished to avoid the confusion."
Right. And it really does.
It really does. On that end of the women's title, the fact that she's had it for this long and hasn't done anything and she's injured, it's like, well, how much longer is her injury going to last? And in all reality, I think they should have stripped her of the title the minute that she got injured and she was going to be out for so long.
And I don't like the idea of wrestling trying to be like other sports. It's wrestling.
And they
be wrestling.
And what they should have done is they should have made a tournament of it to see who won the women's title.
Yep. Or at least the top two contenders.
They have them all ranked, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
If you're in the top 8,
yep,
you get to go try to win the fucking women's title.
And in my book, it would be the top 16 and make
top 16 and make it even
make it
more.
A Sweet 16. Make it a big deal.
Like, make it mean something. At this point, the women's title on AEW is garbage. I mean,
hey!
That's why I don't even care that Jamie Hayter has it, because it means absolutely fucking nothing.
I watched NXT's last night. It wasn't too bad. Mm. That Nikita Lyons partner turned on her the week before. I didn't know that. Nobody in here told us. And so then she came out last night. She's terrible, by the way, on the mic. And they gave her like 10 minutes out of a 2-hour show to talk.
What?
And she talked about how she had to carry Nikita because they made her tag with her. And I was like, ugh. Anyways, Austin Theory got to go again. Mandy Rose is so dominant over on that brand.
That's how you make a women fucking champion.
And she was dressed.
That's what I'm saying. AEW totally doesn't give a flying fuck. That's why I said that championship absolutely means diddly squat. At least when Hiroko Shida had it, it meant something. When Britt Baker got it, it meant fucking something. Now it means fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Give it to fucking dumbass people like Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, the year-long runs.
Who fucking cares?
Both of those ladies had it for like a year.
Or Thunder Rosa. It's like, ugh, my God. You know, and everybody's hyped her up. Like, even Luke said how great she was in the Indies, and it's like, that's fantastic. Bring that type of action to AEW and keep it there instead of trying to be a good guy, be an asshole.
49ers.
My brother's probably really happy.
You think he's watching it up there?
He might be. I don't know.
At a bar? They do have a bar there. I've been in it. Actually, a friend of mine owns that bar.
Ooh, let's go.
It'd be kind of fun. I forgot that he moved up there and bought that bar. Huh.
Which one is that?
Yeah, I worked with him at Sears.
Oh.
When I was a delivery driver. So we would like take fishing poles when we'd go south and go fishing and hang out.
I remember you talking about him. Okay.
His name's Jason.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But he moved. But I forgot he moved out of the park.
That's funny. Chris says it used to be 90 days until you had to defend.
It used to be 30 days until you had to defend.
Pickle says Islam. Just Googled it.
Yeah.
Chris says, LOL, everyone is always named Muhammad. Devin says, oh, damn, when did Austin Theory bleed? I know, sometime in his
In that match against Ali.
I think he cleaned himself up, though.
They're going to do a triple threat match.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Theory works on his body. You could tell, right? Like, Bobby's so much bigger.
Austin's like, I work out. And you're like, do you?
Here they go.
Let me show you how to work out,
Austin
son.
Theory pummeling him. Bobby's just so strong. Heavy strikes.
Chris says, I don't understand. Ali was being a crying little bee when he came back. Now he's just gladly being a jobber.
All right. Well, I don't know about that. I think they're pushing him now, I think. I think they wanted to get that stupid belt or briefcase off of him.
Off of
Speaking
Austin?
of beef, I've got one of those.
He's
Yeah.
talking about Ali.
Oh, Ollie's trash.
Devin says, damn, Lashley and Theory are going to be awesome in the ring. Luna's like, fight, 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 fight. Robbie's like, hello, D. Thanks for D for shouting. Yeah, for that last commercial break. I know. Well, my mic is clear over there because I didn't want you guys to have to hear me crunch way too much. Got my chips of glory.
Glorious chips.
Anyways, because like, is Bellator worth watching?
I've never watched it, so
Couldn't tell you one thing
I know
about
some
it,
of the guys
actually.
that come from there are pretty good when they come to the UFC. Like Michael Chandler, that's where he came from. And he's
okay.
fun and super fun to watch. He never won a championship or anything. He gets knocked out a lot, but he's fun to watch because he's like right at him. And he was their champion, so it's just an example. But I do feel like the future of that Ultimate Fighting stuff. What the hell? Oh, is
He's
he
going to wait
throw-
until Bobby comes in and throw Ali at him.
He's using him as a weapon.
Poor Ali.
I think Bobby.
Kind of felt a little bad for him.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Why would he push him?
He probably thought it was Theory still. Like, what the hell? I don't think he realized it until he looked up.
Maybe they're doing this to make him a victim, and so people start liking him more.
Oh, I don't. I love it. Go, Bobby. Kill him. I mean,
Bobby smash.
Bobby smash. Bobby smash. Ah, smash. Bobby
There it is. The
smash.
hurt lock.
Yeah.
And now throw his ass in the audience and let somebody take him home.
Go put him in the garbage can where he belongs. Where's the dumpster?
Where's the hurricane?
So throw him out in the wind. He'll just blow away. Sophie says, I like when the people... Oh, wait. Let me go back one. Who won the Ollie Theory match? I'm still at the start of it because
Theory.
I had to pause to get my dog and help my mom out. Theory won it. And then
Then
Theory
Bobby came
got
out.
attacked by Bobby, and Bobby threw Ollie around some more. So it's all good. Chris says Starks was terrible on the mic. Even Shotzi is better on the mic than her.
Oh, it was bad.
Sophie says AEW does love tournaments and interim champs. Devin says, who do you guys think Mandy Rose is going to drop the NXT Women's Championship?
I'm hoping that she just hands it in and moves to the main roster. I hope she doesn't lose. Because she's at that level. She's there with Paige. Paige was at that level. Asuka was at that level. And she's probably the greatest they've had down
For a
there
while.
ever.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Like, at her title run, I don't know how long those girls had it, but she's had it over a year now. And so I don't know if you're going to go by that, but she's defended it against everybody. There is really nobody there now that can beat her.
Wow. Yeah.
Although she did cheat. But she didn't cheat. Some redhead that looked like the redhead on the vampire books.
Oh, yeah.
Like climbed the ladder and spit the mist in her face.
In Mandy's face?
In the redhead's face.
Oh, in the other redhead's
Yeah,
face.
there's no way I would ever remember the other girl's name.
I don't know any of them.
Avare, Tatare. I don't know. It's a weird name. Anyways, but Mandy won, obviously, because it was the last woman standing match. Last man standing.
Yeah. Sophie says, what are you guys talking about? What did I miss?
Bobby Lashley or Hurricane Trash?
Chris says, I thought you guys love Hater. Nobody said anything about not liking Hater. I just don't like her as a champion. Like, it makes no sense. Like, she's not championship material at this point. And it's an interim championship. It means nothing. Like, Tony Storm having it means nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Every time I talk about a champion, I always ask, can they carry the company? There are some mid-titles, like the U.S. Championship and the Intercontinental Championship, that I don't care about, like with that. Mm-hmm. But your main titles, the main big titles, I always say, you know, Roman right now could go on any talk show and be fine. Mm-hmm. And people would be like, who's this guy? I'd watch that. That's funny. It looks good. Blah, blah, blah. MJF absolutely could tear it up on the talk show circuit. I think that's our wide receiver. I don't remember what his name is, like Jordan or Andre or... He's little, so maybe not.
Sophie says, it seems like AEW doesn't strip champions of their championships like WWE used to do after a champion doesn't defend after 90 days.
Right.
Walter says, go Bobby, get the win. Sophie says, this week is going to be interesting with YouTube creators that usually does pay-per-view prediction shows. Walter says, okay, at 9:30 p.m. I'm going my time. Be here Wednesday, 8 p.m. for AEW. Still here in chat. Devin says, come on, Bobby Lashley, leave Ali alone. No, come on, Bobby Lashley. Beat the freaking pants off of him. Rip his pants off and smack him with them.
Rip his pants off.
Walter's like, yes, Bobby, hurt him. Yes,
Twist
Walter,
his dick.
Walter's on my side. Chris says, this Ali ass whooping is legendary. Says Brock beat up Seth the week before Mania 35.
Right.
Sophie says, I'm surprised they didn't go with a fatal 4-way match for Survivor Series with Ali versus Lashley versus Rollins versus Theory.
Yeah, Ali doesn't really belong there, but they could still go that route.
Walter says, yes, War Games this Saturday. Chris says, Asuka had it 800 plus days.
Really? I did not know that. She had it over 2 years?
Sophie says, does Mandy Rose want to go back to the main roster, though?
I would assume yes, without question at some point. And she's a new person now, so when she comes, she's not what she was. So it's going to be awesome. They're going to add a main event type woman on the main roster when she comes.
Right. Chris says, Isla Dawn is redhead. Which redhead, though, Chris? It sounded like there was two.
Well, yeah, there was
Isla
one
Dawn, is she the one that Mandy was fighting against to keep the title? Or is she the redhead that spit mist into the other redhead's face? Those are the questions. Walter says, Amos won versus Johnny. Yeah, Spaghetti died.
See the wide receiver? See this right here?
10?
Do you see all that chaos?
Yeah, with the camera
So there's
guy.
an NFL player that's suing the NFL, ESPN, and one other thing because of that exact thing, but he tore his knee.
Because somebody was in the way.
Because they sit too close, they're in the way, and the players are getting hurt from it. Mm-hmm. And then they showed that, and I bet you that's why they showed it a few times.
And they don't move. Like, they don't even try to move. They just
But even
stay
trying
there.
to move could hurt them. Oh, by the way, it looks like our quarterback isn't even playing tonight, so we're going to lose.
Oh, good. Loser face. What is our quarterback?
Kyle Murray.
For who?
Arizona right there.
Oh,
That's not Kyle Murray.
that's not Kyle Murray?
I don't think so.
What happened to him? Where'd he go?
He's hurt. He
Is
had
he
a hurt
dead?
hamstring.
Oh, no. He broke his hammy.
Well, it looks like they're going to score here, though. Uh-oh. Who's wrestling now, or is it both of them? Shoosh!
Shush. Chris is like, yeah, but you can make Hater a champion in your head. No. You can, and you have, and you do, but I no. Sophie says, when will Braun lose his championship to come to the main roster? Braun Breaker.
Yeah, that one I could see happening. Did you guys notice, though, this is the thing I always talk about. Did you notice that he had his match against a bigger guy, and he couldn't do his finisher.
Yep. Couldn't do
He
his
needs to
finisher.
fix that. Whatever he needs to do, he needs to be an athlete and figure out a different finisher as his main finisher. If you can't do your finisher against big guys, you got to switch it. You got to change what your finisher is going to be, because you can't just do a finisher against little guys where he does that gorilla press and then he drops them and then slams them.
Oh, yeah.
He
You can't
couldn't-
do
he
it with a
couldn't
big
do-
old dude.
Yeah, the guy was 7 foot or whatever.
Oh,
It was a
wow,
monster.
and you couldn't do it to him? You're a weakling, bitch!
It was just a big old dude.
I don't know. I've seen some dudes do it to big dudes.
Dudes, lots of dudes.
In the dude area of the dudes. Dude. Sophie's like, I guess I miss Hurricane Trash Talk. Sweet. Walter's like, Saturday AEW Full Gear was good. And Pico says, I see what you mean. I do believe certain champions have to make the reign memorable and hopefully not just an afterthought. Or make the championship worth something. That's the point, Picola, is that when you put certain people in those areas because they need participation trophies or you feel bad for them, it brings that championship down to garbage level, like 24/7 belt level. That's what it does. It basically
All right,
tells
Chad
you
Gables.
that any garbage piece of shit wrestler could go in there and be a champion.
Right, and you don't want to set the bar low.
Who wants to set the bar that low? Like, that's probably why they got rid of the 24/7, because how is that good? Oh, well, we'll just have it, the women's championship be that way.
Right, look at that. Gable going up against Elias.
Hey, it's
I
Elias.
wonder if that could be Ezekiel, but with a beard.
I don't think so.
It's probably Elias.
It's his older brother. Ezekiel's
Yeah.
broken forever.
It's probably just Elias.
Anyways, we do have, it's Elias and Riddle out there. He found him a new tag team partner
Right.
since he can't do anything by himself.
I guess
and
Riddle's
Randy's
not
out.
really your singles type wrestler, so they're using Elias with Riddle now,
I guess.
so he can bang his bongos. Shoosh!
Against the, whatever they are.
The Alpha Academy.
The Alpha Academy guys. We'll see who
Thank you.
wins. Oh, thank you very much. Stuff. Sophie says Tony Khan gave more hints at that scrum about Ring of Honor, a TV or streaming deal. Walter's like, boo, Alpha Academy. And Chris says Isla Dawn is missed, and Kaylee Ray, a.k.a. Alba Fire, was other
Alba
redhead.
Fire, that was what they were calling her.
Okay, so Isla Dawn was the mister
Yeah.
that spit in people's faces.
And
Gross.
she looked good.
And then Kaylee Ray was the one that has the bat and was getting beat up by Mandy.
Yeah, but she had a different name.
Alba Fire.
Alba Fire. That's what they were calling her. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Janelle Jackson's in the chat
Hey,
and
Janelle.
says hi. Hi, Janelle. How's it going, friend?
Good to see you in here,
Chris
boss.
says Gable looks like he's scissoring. Devin says Alba Fire is who you guys were talking about.
Yep.
And Sophie says there is footage out there about the match D cared about this past Saturday. People were walking away from their seats to catering. Walter says Elias and Riddle for the win. Devin says who wants to walk with Elias and Matt Riddle. Sophie says
Yeah, it's not hard to understand why. A lot of people don't like the idea of what happens in those matches with that type of people.
the trans.
But we are now watching Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw.
That's what you're talking about, right?
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was so happy about Jade Cargill, who was the champion, getting her belt back where it needed to be. She, wonderful woman. Love it. Great inspiration to women and girls everywhere. Real ones. Yes.
I think
lovely.
today's the 21st, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. Walter's like Elias and Riddle for the win. Devin said who wants to walk with Elias and Matt Riddle.
I want to walk with Elias, but not Riddle.
Sophie says Survivor Series press conference, it seems like something big is going to happen. Walter says, come on, Elias and Riddle win. And Janelle says, I was surprised when Jimmy Hayter won the interim championship.
I was too. I honestly thought they'd keep it on Tony a little bit longer.
I know. I thought that was really weird. I mean, it's just an interim championship. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't understand it, but whatever. I mean, like I said, they're the same wrestler to me, and they live together. They were
Right.
same personalities, same everything.
Sophie says, imagine if the WWE went the interim champion route. The people that love it in AEW will crap on it. Interim championship sounds stupid and it doesn't work with wrestling.
Yeah, you don't change wrestling from wrestling. It just is wrestling.
Let's not dumb down everything, people. Let's not.
December 16th, Avatar 2. Matt Damon. Did you hear? Do you know what happened with Matt Damon in this movie?
No, what happened? Did he lose his face?
So Matt Damon was doing those Born Identity type shows or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He was just finishing them up. And the director of this, he's a big...
The Avatar weirdo?
Cameron calls him up and says, hey, we're going to be working on this movie. He's like, you can say no because it doesn't matter who we cast. The movie is going to be the star. The story is going to be the star. So the actors don't really matter, but we'd like you to be a part of it. I'll give you 10% of it.
Did he say no?
Did you see him in the movie?
I didn't look.
Yeah.
No, but you couldn't tell who was in the movie, though.
Right.
I thought people weren't in it.
Yeah, there's people. Anyways, he said no. And he's like, that's the biggest no in the history of Hollywood. Matt Damon said no. He'd be a billionaire.
To Avatar, like Avatar,
He would be
Avatar the
in-
first one?
Yeah, he would be in all of them. He would be the main guy. But he said no.
He didn't want to be the Crip?
Yeah, he said no. And he would have got 10% of the movie.
Man, that thing is like weirdly cult following of creeps.
It is weird. I still can't watch the first. I've tried. Like, I honestly need to chain myself to a chair.
Don't. You'll hurt yourself.
But it has to be like
Trying
a
to get away.
concrete chair and watch that.
You'll be like, I can't get away. Why can't I get away?
Well, the reason it has to be concrete, it has to be straight up and down because I'll fall asleep. And so it has to be that, maybe a low levels of electricity if my heart drops below 50 or something.
Jolts of electricity. Janelle says, do you think they're going to bring Thunder Rosa? Because they said they want to run her contract out. I don't know how true that could be.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, obviously they need to bring her back or just get rid of her. Either
Strip
way,
the title from her. Finish up with the interim shit. Put the real title on somebody. Have an actual champion that's out there doing stuff instead of just this. Okay, well, we're going to have you wrestle some people.
The big rumor was she wasn't really hurt anyways.
Right.
She just wanted some time off, and so they just made it that she was hurt. But anyways, right now we got Gable in there with Riddle.
And Sophie says, when you are an interim champion, does it count when you win the real championship? And does it count as a reign?
Well, your real title reign would. But yeah, it's super weird. It's very complex. So yeah, it's a title reign, but it's not a real title reign. And that's why a lot of those guys, like especially in the UFC, you'll notice Homeboy got it. Justin Gaethje, they gave him the interim belt, and he just threw it. Like Dana White handed it to him, and he's like, I don't want that. He's like, I want to be the champion. I don't want to be the interim champion. And then he went on to fight Khabib, and Khabib crushed him in like the second round, and he didn't win it anyways. But he was in those 3 months or whatever, he was considered a champion. It's just called interim. You just put the title interim in front of it. So yes, it's a title run. It just has an asterisk.
An asterisk. So it says Charlotte's husband might have left AEW. He's in a weird tweet this past weekend. Pico says there's several actors who must pass up blockbuster movies like that. Must be the timing.
And it was.
Something.
His big thing is it would be in post. And he said with the other movies that they did in post, they had to redo some stuff or do some extra stuff. And he didn't just want to leave them. So morally, it was a moral dilemma. And he said, so that's why he said no. And he's like, but James Cameron said that he respected that. $1 billion later.
So it was like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are going to start their own film studio. Oh, are they?
Well, with the money from Avatar, they could have.
Maybe
I just
maybe
know
if
there's
they're
certain
real
actors. I
actors.
just feel like if there's certain directors that come to you and say, hey, we're working on this, and he's one of them. Cameron.
Uh-huh.
Right? It's like, okay, it's got to be big, and he's going to
It's
be
going to be
endless.
fantastic.
Well, it's an endless budget, and so they can do a lot, If Steven Spielberg comes up to you and says, hey, I'm going to make a movie, and it's about this potato chip bag that comes alive and kills people or something, and you're like, and I'll give you 10% of it, you're like, okay, because it's Steven Spielberg.
Right. No, it's true. There are certain, like, people that you would definitely say yes to. Oh. What happened to him?
Steven Spielberg wanted to direct a 007 movie. That was his dream. He wanted to do 007.
Yeah.
And so he went, and George Lucas is like, I got something that's better. And he's like, what do you got? And he's like, well, it's about this archaeologist.
So that's kind of like Quentin Tarantino. I guess Quentin Tarantino really, really wants to do a Star Trek movie.
Didn't he do one?
No, he's never done sci-fi, ever.
I swear to God, there's a sci-fi movie that he did. But
Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
No.
That's funny.
Sophie says with certain movies, it does take a long time to film.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, anyways, it ended up being Indiana Jones.
Right.
That Lucas did with Spielberg. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's better than 007, but it's, I guess, the same but different, Oh, it's better. I'm like, okay.
Well, Sophie says Indiana Jones 5 is coming out next year. They are going to de-age him from one of the first Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah. That dude is pretty cool. He lives over not too far from where we are. He's just over in Jackson. And he flies helicopters and airplanes.
Oh, okay.
Like that's kind of his hobby. Mm-hmm. But he rescues. He does search and rescue.
Oh,
in his helicopter. And
nice.
so
At least he's using it for something good. Yeah,
so if you go missing or anything up in Jackson, there's a good
He'll be
chance
one of the
Indiana
people trying to
Jones
find
is going to be the one flying the helicopter.
Indiana Jones. Are we talking about the actor who played Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Can't think of his name right now, but he also played Han Solo. But still, it's Indiana Jones. He'd have his whip and everything. He'd come and just save you. Harrison Ford. I got it. Came to me.
Peagle says, nope, not QT. Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's never done any kind of sci-fi movie. He really wants to do a sci-fi movie, but he wants it to be Star Trek, like themed, like movie. Peagle says vampires were Robert Rodriguez. Yes. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Bye,
all right,
Walter.
have a good one.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday.
So funny.
Sophie says Quentin is going to film an 8-episode TV series. Weird. Chris says, do you guys do that Black Friday stuff? Oh, hell no. To the no.
I get online and look around, yes. But I don't actually go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not getting up at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning to go online or look at stuff or go anywhere. I'm going to be sleeping. And what's even better is I don't have to work. So that's even better.
I would do it. I'd go wait in lines and like camp out the night before. That shit's fun. Like concert tickets were so much fun back in the day. Just get like a little group and then.
I don't know what you would go for.
Well, that's the problem. I already have everything I want.
Well, that's
like
it.
I'm the hardest person in the world to shop for because I have it. Like, what do you want? I don't know. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Well, I will find it and buy it. I sent you that one. That was $30. That was the cheapest one I've seen in months.
It looked like it wasn't in very good shape either,
it doesn't
though.
matter as long as it plays. It was tested.
All right. What about you, Chris? You go out and do that Black Friday stuff? Sophie says, hopefully Indiana Jones 5 is a lot better than the horrible one from 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, with, what's his name? The boy? Sasha, or whatever his name is.
Peagle is like, take care, Walter. And Chris says, LOL, Cyber Sunday or Monday. Sophie says, it seems like every Friday the past month has been Black Friday sales. Yeah, a lot of places have been doing them earlier and earlier.
You have to find a real one, though, right? They always have sales, but they don't have the big sales. Like, I was just looking at one, and they were showing what's actually going to happen this Friday. and they were having like 70-inch TVs for $200. That's a Black Friday. Like that's
Yeah.
the real stuff. But that TV's $400 on sale, and normally $800.
Right.
So yeah, every Friday it's $400. That's a fantastic deal. But on Black Friday it's $260 or whatever.
Right. I must have missed a message from Devin earlier. Sorry, Devin. Says you guys should watch New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 17 because Will Ospreay will be facing against Kenny Omega for IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship.
That's good stuff. Is it a one-day event? Because I know sometimes those are like a week. Those New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-views.
Ugh.
They do it like over like a 4 or 5 day period.
Chris says, I used to get the DVDs. Walmart is doing $180 for a 55-inch. But what's the brand? Sophie says, it also depends on what people are looking for in a Black Friday deal. It really does. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, half these people go out there and they just want to buy this stuff, to buy it and then go take it and sell it on eBay or wherever for, like, not the retail price of it, like up the retail price because they bought everything.
Because it's going to be hard to find.
I hate that.
And that's the other thing is if you can get rare stuff, but that's only just to make a buck.
And now people do it more often than they used to. It's ridiculous.
Jingle all the way.
Devin says, I'm going Black Friday shopping to get some WWE DVDs.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Love the idea of it. I want to get some little wrestling
Do
figures,
they
but I
even
don't.
have wrestling, like WWE DVDs?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, like WWE? Like WrestleMania stuff, or like
Yeah, just-
what would it entail? Just
Either
out
that
of
or
curiosity.
like just a wrestler, like every match that Stone Cold ever had, or
Oh,
and
I
it'd
see.
be a Stone
Okay.
Cold special.
Chris says, "Damn scalpers."
Yeah.
People's like, you could probably wait 2 weeks later and the prices would still be the same.
Sometimes that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes they're not a true Black Friday sale. That's it. Gable just got pinned.
Riddle did it. Let's see. Chris says they still have WWE pay-per-views or documentaries. No, I understand. I was just curious. I wasn't sure what they would put on them, I guess. I have no idea. Stephanie says, remember when Black Friday was a big thing that everybody did, but after COVID happened, it didn't seem that way. Yeah, well, maybe we should go back to being normal instead of being all weird. And also, Black Friday used to be a thing, as in, you went to the stores on Friday. You didn't go, like, on Thanksgiving. Like,
I don't think they're doing that again.
did they stop doing that now?
Yeah, stores stop that.
I hope so, because it was stupid.
Like,
I mean,
you
they
go
would
at
be
5
like, all right,
o'clock.
we're going to close for a couple hours, but then we're going to have our workers come in at 4 o'clock so that they can have all these deals ready for you guys for, blah, 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 until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we're going to close for a couple more hours, then we're going to reopen at like 4. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, stop that. Stop it. Stop. Like, let people have lives. Devin says, like some WWE 2021 pay-per-view and WWE 22 pay-per-view DVD. Nice, okay. Interesting. It's a cool thing to collect, I guess.
Oh, there they are on the back.
Chris says, well, over the years, it became a tradition on Thanksgiving. We went to Walmart and Target.
Sounds fun.
I don't think I'd want to go to those
And
places
if you're doing
on
it with your
Thanksgiving.
family and stuff, that's memories. Getting a fight with somebody, a fist fight with somebody
Right?
over a pack of gum or something.
Sophie says, my mom's sister-in-law and niece used to do the Black Friday thing, but that was like 14 years ago. Pickle says, I actually was out today. Were you? And you survived? That's good.
Uh-oh.
And for example, Big Lots is open from 9 to 3 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Exactly. Like, I don't. I mean, okay, I get it. Like, so is like one of our, what do you call those? Grocery stores? Like the grocery stores are open to a certain time on Thanksgiving Day.
Are they?
Yeah. So like the grocery store that I go to, even though it's open 24/7. So they're going to close at like 3 p.m. or something on Thanksgiving. And they're not going to open up again until Friday at like 7.
That's fine.
which is perfect. Like, yes, please let your
shit.
employees go home and have time with their families or friends or whatever, or just time for themselves.
Shot idiot.
Why did you do that?
Cheap shot at him. Because he idiot.
Why is he an idiot?
Because he cheap shot at him. That's what idiots do.
So strange. Devin says, what is up with JBL and Corbin? Because it is stupid. Sophie says, Black Friday is stupid. And why are stores open on Thanksgiving? That is stupid. Okay, so I remember grocery stores always being kind of open on Thanksgiving Day for a little while. And then they would close. And they went
like ours
open.
might be open here, this little gas
Oh,
station.
the little gas station one? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mavericks will stay open.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of convenience stores and stuff that'll stay open, which makes sense.
We used to drink beer and stuff, and you'd want to go buy it.
Yeah. But I mean, like stores that you don't really need to have open on Thanksgiving.
Right. Like a tanning salon.
Yeah, like, why would you need that open? Hair places, tanning salon, get my nails done. Devin says,
McKenna got a job at Ross.
I'll be back. I have to charge my phone. Okay, get that sucker charged up. Sophie says, stores here, some of them are open on every holiday. Well, and that's true, Sophie. Like, we have ones that are that way too, but it's still weird to me. So I went, so the reason why I didn't come home and when I came home, I didn't eat any lunch was that I got something while I was out. So my boss decided that he liked the fact that we had candy bars at my desk all the time. Not just for like our clients and stuff, but for like people at the office. Mm-hmm. And so I went to Costco today.
Bought candy bars.
And bought 3 bags of candy bars that we had for Halloween, yeah. Right? And then a few bags of those mints because he really likes those and everything. And so I was like, I'll put some of these out too in a different little container. Anyways, that face was a freaking insane.
Costco was?
It was insane. At 1:45 in the afternoon, it was crazy. And I was like, holy crap, I hope they have pies and cheesecakes there tomorrow. I know. I'm like, oh my God, maybe I better go like during my lunch tomorrow to make sure I get them. Right. Instead of after work. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Because it was crazy busy. Like, holy shit busy.
Speaking of candy, you've got a bucket right there of it.
I don't want that sugar candy. I'm not a big fan of.
Brandon brought it in here.
What, did he eat any of it?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Oh my God.
Not quite a bit. But
thought he was not eating that stuff.
I thought he was going to get sick.
I thought he was going to have diabetes.
Just over the weekend.
Diabetes. When you're in the bucket of candy and you're just eating away, diabetes. Right. Diabetes.
Is it working now?
It's at 93% now.
Well, that's stupid. That
I think it just wasn't connected very.
I rubbed it and flipped it and pushed on it, like to make sure it was doing it. So I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Pickles, like, do the workers get paid time and a half?
For the holiday, probably.
So yes. Most of the time, most businesses, Piccola, will do that. Not saying every one of them, but most of them will do like time and a half pay. Sophie says, I think when I worked, I used to not get any holidays off, and some stores are open all day, every holiday. Yes, that's true. They are. It is hard to shop during the week of the holidays because stores could run out of stuff. And I don't know about running out of things, but I'll tell you this much. It sure was fucking busy, that's for sure. And I mean busy. Not like oh, it's fucking busy. Chris says, yeah, my grocery at Hebe here in Texas, they open at 6 to noon on Thanksgiving. They always used to be closed. But I ain't working, so that's fine. Yeah, Chris. Our grocery store has always been open on Thanksgiving.
That guy is than everybody else.
That's crazy. And he tripped into the thing. But where my family lived, we kind of lived out in the boom boons, and we weren't just going to drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes into town to go to the grocery store if we forgot something. So it was kind of like you planned and had everything on hand. And if you didn't have something, you just didn't make that, basically. Kind of stuff.
War games is personal.
Chris says, yeah, on Thanksgiving, Christmas is time and a half. And Robbie says, that's harsh to say that. What, Robbie? What you babbling about now? Pickle is like, thank God the emu didn't destroy the Christmas tree and scar the kid for life. Scar you for life.
Susie Colbert.
Pickle also says, I've been to a Hebe. Fun times. Okay, so we don't have Hebes, H-E-Bs, Hebes, however you say them.
Is that a racist term?
No.
That sounds...
H-E-B, Hebe. Heb? Maybe it's pronounced
Heb.
Heb.
Okay.
Hebe.
That
Heb.
sounds Hebrew. It sounds
Heb.
little...
Anyways, it's a grocery store.
Oh, okay.
And they're really popular, like in Texas for sure. And I saw that they have, okay, so it's only in Texas, Chris. I wasn't sure if it was only in Texas. Anyways, I'm sure the HEB stands for something.
Right.
Probably the initials of the guy who founded it or whatever, right? Anyways, so I watched a guy do a review on his Heb or however you say it. And they have like yummy food. Like, I mean, it sounds really terrible to talk about food, right? Because it's going to be Thanksgiving and stuff like that. And I always talk about food. But he had like this review and they make like fresh tortillas and stuff there. I'm pretty sure it was that one. Heb. And I was like, my God, I so want to go to Texas just to go to one of those places to get the food in those grocery stores, because I'm like, we don't have that kind of stuff here. Like, we have like delis and stuff in our grocery stores and things like that, but not anything like what that guy was showing. It was insane and pretty cool. Anyways, Pico was like laughing my ass off one time over at my local Piggly Wiggly. Do they even still have Piggly Wigglies? Picola, do they still have Piggly Wigglies? Okay.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh my God, they're a grocery store. The only reason why I know Piggly Wigglies exist, one, I haven't been to the South, so I don't know because I haven't seen them in person. But the reason why I know Piggly Wigglies exist is because I used to do a job where I did surveys. And no shit, like we would do surveys about Piggly Wigglies. How funny is that?
It's pretty funny.
So you'd call people like in the South. It was pretty fun, actually. There were some pretty fun things. So if it says, in a way, grocery stores being open on a holiday, it could be a good thing in case you don't have whatever you need for Thanksgiving dinner. It's true, Sophie, right? You just have to make sure you go early and everything like that. Most people plan, but sometimes you just have that, like off thing that you forgot one thing and you're like, oh man, I thought I had some. And then you go through and you're like, oh shit, I don't. And send somebody off to the grocery store. Chris says Hebe is only here in Texas. What the heck is Hebe? Sophie asks. And Chris says Hebe stands for Howard E. Butt. Exactly. I knew it had to stand for a person's initials, right? Chris says we have the best foods. And Pico says hose eating bologna. Chris says in cheap prices, we have a bakery and a sushi bar. I'll pass on the sushi bar. Pico says, I still haven't been to a Buc-ee's yet. They look amazing. I know, right? And all these people do these like reviews of them and video stuff and everything. It's crazy. So we were in a commercial, guys, and then they had Corbin and JBL come out, and now we're at a commercial again.
JBL's suit is ginormous.
Like big on him? Like it's too big for him? I
don't understand why he wears such big clothes.
Maybe he has to get him that way for certain areas of his body, but he doesn't get them tailored to fit the rest of his body. Some people are cheap like that. Sophie says the stores that are open for the holidays, I kind of feel bad for the employees because they are missing family holiday times with their family. Yeah, but they usually get compensated pretty good for it. Piccolo says smaller towns in Alabama do. Oh, do they? They still have Piggly Wigglies? That's kind of cool. The only other time I've ever heard it, it was, of course, in Steel Magnolias. When they talk about going to the Piggly Wiggly.
That's funny. I've never heard of it. And when you said it, I was thinking of the vacation, the National Lampoon's Vacation, the Piggy thing at the beginning.
Oh, the weird thing
Yeah.
that they were doing.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's a game
No.
show.
Sophie says we have Sprouts, Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Publix. And Winn-Dixie and Publix were also on those surveys with the Piggly Wiggly. So I know the names of those as well. And I know that they only are in the South. Robbie says that sounds like you're missing hour. Yeah, I'm missing out. Chris says, oh, I two-step like JBL come New Year's Eve. Sophie says, I still don't understand this JBL Corbin pairing. People is like, cancel off TV match JBL versus Jeff Jarrett. Robbie says, I don't know. Write a list before you go grocery shopping. Exactly. That's what I usually do. I go through everything or write down like your menu, right? So write down your menu of what you're going to eat, right? And then go through each item and say, what all do I need to make these things? And then you put those on your grocery list.
You just made the list. Is that what you say when you make your list?
Yes, it is. And
Miracle Whip, you just made the list.
what do I need for this? I need marshmallows. You just made the list, marshmallows.
That's how I do it. You just made the list.
You just made that list.
She's a diva. That's funny.
The cat.
Yeah. Because she's a diva.
Diva. Let's see. Pico says that one South Park episode mocking Whole Foods. That's right. Sophie says, do you guys make your Christmas list on Thanksgiving or sometime after it? I don't make a Christmas list.
I kind of do here and there, but I try to do it throughout the year in case there's something on sale you could buy in July for Christmas. Mm-hmm. See, the trick is to get a bag or a box or something, a big one, and put it in a closet. Then, this is when you have families and stuff. Then, whenever something's on sale and you're out, and something's like a really good price, even though you don't need it, you can buy it, take it home, and put it in there. Then, if you have unexpected Christmas gifts or Christmas people that show up, you'll have gifts for them. Like if like your kids bring home like a friend or something, you can immediately just go grab a gift out of the bag.
Huh.
And then that way all you have to do is disappear for a few minutes to wrap it and bring it back out, and you already have a gift for them, and they're like, what the heck?
Film says, let me guess, this is going to be the main event of the night here. No women's match at the main event. Film, we still have an hour
You're way
of
off,
wrestling
man.
left, sweetheart. It's Raw.
I'm looking at my
3
watch
hours.
here, and it says that we have an hour left. See my watch?
Literally. Watch that's not there.
Right there.
Yeah, there is like an hour left of this. So
No, you were getting excited that Raw was ending.
he says
That's hilarious.
most of the stuff you need for Thanksgiving is all last minute stuff. And not necessarily. Pickle says, whatever. I pick up top ramen and 5 pounds of Red Vine's grocery list. Done.
And spent. It's my grandma, but without the ramen.
It would be Hershey's chocolate bars.
Yeah, Hershey's
and
chocolate
Red
bars.
Vines. I
Red
know
Vine.
exactly what would be on her list. Oh, and word searches. Word searches, Hershey's chocolate bars, and Red Vines. Not Twizzlers.
No.
Red Vines. They had to be Red Vines. Licorice. What's even funnier?
Wait, hold on. I think she was the Twizzler one. She liked the strawberry Twizzlers or something. They were like
Did
a
she
weird.
like the Twizzlers?
Yeah, they were a weird one. Yeah, because they were in the bags, the square, and they were all the same length. Where the ones you're talking about have different lengths.
No, they have have Red Vines in all the same length.
Right. Yeah, no, hers was Twizzler, and it was like a weird Twizzler, like strawberry or cherry or something. But it was one of the ones that were a little bit weirder.
Okay. Okay, so what
Either
happened with Twizzlers is they used to have regular rope licorice was their cherry flavored. Then they changed it to strawberry flavored. And the cherry flavored you can only get in like the weird little twisty rope things.
Right.
They're like a big round thing like this, and it's just little ropes around it.
Yeah, little teeny strings.
So that's what they did. So if you wanted cherry ones of the twisted one, you had to look for them.
Right.
And only certain places have them.
Right, and that's it, because that's the trick. That was the thing.
And if that's the case, that's funny, because Lori Kugler, she was the same way. Like, she hated the strawberry Twizzlers, but loved the cherry ones. And you can't find them very easily. They are definitely something that you can't find very easily. Yeah, that's what they did with a Moss. I'm not sure why Drew and him are having a match, but that's weird. This is weird.
It's not weird.
It's kind of weird. Very strange. Very strange. Chris says, if you guys come to Texas, you also have to try Whataburger. It's the best burger joint ever. It's Waterburger or what a burger?
What a burger. What a burger.
You're saying he has it in quotations of Waterburger.
Maybe it's Whataburger.
But it sounds weird. Are you saying Wata burger, not water? Like Wata burger? Sorry. Sophie says there are some restaurants that are open on holidays. Some of them are. Robbie says, well, I often get excited too, Dee, about grocery shopping. Don't we all? Yum food. Film's like, well, I don't want the show to end if it ends off with a banger, aka the women's match. I don't know what's happening at the end, Film.
No idea what's going to happen there at the end.
Sophie says turkey is a last minute thing if you eat turkey for Thanksgiving. Is it a last minute thing, Sophie? Because you have to get it early for it to thaw out, so you kind of can't wait for the last minute.
So here's the trick, Sophie, if you want to learn something cool. Is you take your turkey and you cook it the day or 2 days before. You get it all done. Cook it the way you like it. Put it in its juices, so you carve it all up. Put it in your metal aluminum tray thing, whatever they're called, pan. You put it in there, and then you pour all the juices back in it, and you put it in the fridge. Then, on the day of the eatery, you put it in the oven for 1 hour, you're done. And it's super moist, and it tastes better than ever.
It like sucks up all the juices and flavoring.
And then you don't have to cook it, and it doesn't take up your stove on the day of whatever you do it on. Because most people will put it in the morning, and then they can't cook pies, they can't do anything else. This way your oven's completely freed up.
True. Very true.
Big chop. Drew throwing Corbin in. Now, Drew has to win this, which is just weird.
It's just weird.
So they could do a disqualification or something.
Yeah.
That'll hurt your arm.
That's going to hurt his brain hole.
It could hurt his brain hole.
That's in his armpit.
Is that where brain holes go?
His does. Pretty sure his is in his armpit. Missed it.
What was that?
A gnat. A little fly flying around.
Corbin throwing him back into the ring.
Let's see.
San Francisco's up by 7 against the Cardinals.
Robbie says, hello to you. Seem excited for 3 hours of Raw. Don't I? I'm so excited. I took some cocaine earlier.
It's not 3 hours of Raw. It's just 1 hour of Raw.
Chris says, I love green bean casserole and mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. You know what, Chris, is funny about that? I have never once made green bean casserole for Thanksgiving dinner. It's never been in our rotation of food. Like, ever.
Good stuff, though.
Is it? Green bean casserole?
I don't know what a casserole is other than just something that's cooked in a metal dish.
Right. It's
Or
green
the
beans
glass
and, like,
dish.
cream of mushroom soup and all that stuff. Not saying that doesn't sound good. I'm just saying we've never made it.
Right.
Or had it. Or anything. Weird. Pickles like Sudoku puzzles, and a random scented candle for the guest bathroom. Ramen and red vines. There you go. Sophie says, when I was younger, I used to know what I want for Christmas. As I get older, I start to not know what I want for Christmas. Well, Sophie, I just make Christmas all the time, so I just get myself whatever I want.
All the time. And so I never...
Adulting is fun sometimes, and adulting is sad sometimes.
Right?
So if there's something that I'm like, okay, I'll have him get it for me for Christmas, I have to tell myself I can't buy it for myself and then say, buy this for me for Christmas.
Right. It does make it, like, complicated to buy her things.
Film says, Misty and Travis and Piccola, who will win in an armpit deodorant match, Bliss or Carmella?
Ew.
Sophie says, I love Twizzlers. Red vines are horrible. Robbie says, D, that sounds like a cheapskate, that shopping list. Robbie, that's Piccola's shopping list, you jackass. Films like, P.S. That was the question that you guys missed on Friday, but that's okay. We were typing again. No big deal. Cool. Films like, Misty, that gets me every time due to so relatable. Waterburger or Whataburger. I thought it was what? Like, what a burger. What a burger. Like, what a burger.
Waterburger.
Not a water burger.
Yeah, they
what
boil
a
it.
burger.
They boil their hamburger.
It's about as bad as steaming them. It's what White Castle does. Chris says, I just said Waterburger because people who aren't from Texas say that. Sorry, it was just trying to help you guys, but no, it's what? Okay, so there was no R there, so I wouldn't have pronounced it that way. I would have pronounced it what a burger. Like, what a burger. You know, like, wow, what a burger.
What a burger.
Because that's what you say after you eat it, huh? What a burger. Makes sense. Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally, nice to see you tonight. It says, hi, D. Travis, been asleep. It's 3 a.m. here. Well, I'm glad that you got your beauty rest.
Yummy.
Robbie says,
what a burger.
Robbie says, sounds like a tongue twister.
What?
Pickle's like, does Fuddruckers still exist, Chris? And Rally says, have they said yet fifth member of Bianca's team?
No. I wonder if we're going to find out tonight or if it's just going to be a mystery.
Sophie says, we are getting the turkey the day before, and the cook usually puts bacon and round it cooking out on the day of Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
cool.
I might do the bacon thing this year.
So my question is, Sophie, is that do you get a fresh turkey? Because if you get a fresh turkey, that's different. But if you get a frozen turkey, you have to let it thaw for a few days before you cook it. Chris says, now here in Texas, one over here closed down at Fuddruckers. Robbie says, nah, get like a lamb better than dry-ass turkey. Not a big fan of turkey, personally, but... Sophie's like, I usually eat the thigh of the turkey. And Film says, who do you got winning, Piccola? Yeah, who do you got winning? Carmella. I'm going to say that. Piccola's like, I'm back and forth on Twitch. What's the match? Piccola, that match is...
it's Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre right now.
That's happening for real wrestling. The armpit thing, though, is a deodorant match between Bliss or Carmella. That's what he wants to know the answer for.
Carmella.
That's what I said. Sophie says, we sometimes use DoorDash for our food shopping and to get food to eat. Hassan Terrell's back in the chat and says, hi there. Hello. Sophie says, do you guys go out to restaurants on a normal day just because?
Nope. Negative Ghost Rider. Flight pattern is full.
Travis doesn't eat out. I do, though. So, yes. Most of the time, I just get to go, though, and go to the restaurant, pick it up, and bring it home. Piccola says, I guess some restaurants just disappear and are forgotten. Sad. Always, Piccola. Always. So he says, I'm not sure what type of turkey we are getting. Piccola says, oh, Corbin better not win. And Chris says, you guys ate a goose before? They have frozen ones here at Hebe.
No.
I have not had a goose before. But what's funny about that is that geese or goose used to be the cheap thing to have on Thanksgiving. And a turkey was the expensive thing to have on Thanksgiving. Now it's the other way around. Turkey is like, yeah, who cares? Everybody has turkey. But goose is not something that people have very often.
Just like duck.
Should do a turducken.
I'm down
Chicken
right now.
inside of a duck. Both of them inside of the turkey.
I'm down right now.
Cook it all up. And then get a whole bunch of turkey legs and stick them on the outside of it. Make you a Madden turkey.
Turducken.
They going to have that. They always have the Madden turkey. They going to
I'm
do
sure
it again
they'll
this
have it.
year? Didn't he just die?
If NBC has the game,
Did he
though.
die? Did he die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Did he die? Did he die? Did he die? Did he die? Isn't he dead? Didn't he die last year? Was it the year before?
I don't know.
When did he die?
A long time ago.
Did he die?
He did die.
Hassan says, are you guys ready for Thanksgiving on Thursday? Hey, Hassan, you asked that when you came in earlier and pretty much ready for it. How about you? You ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready for some football?
Have you been exercising your gut? Been eating a whole bunch of food and throwing up? Keeping that gut all stretched out for some Thanksgiving food? Make sure you eat a lot of turkey so you can take a nap.
Kobayashi.
So I was like, do you guys watch the entire Thanksgiving parade?
No. She might.
Travis doesn't watch parades. I make my dad watch it. And I'm like, oh, the parade! Macy's Day Parade. It'll be on, I'm sure. Sophie says a high school Florida band will be in front of Santa this year in the parade. Ooh, that's cute. Chris says we have our own Hebe parade in downtown. What the hell? You got a Hebe parade? That's just creepy. Pickle's like going to have to walk a few miles on the treadmill. Is that how it's going to be? Piccolo, do you have all the normal things for Thanksgiving, or do you guys do a Thanksgiving dinner? How much of your family is there around you? I know it's you and your mom. Do you have a whole bunch of like cousins and other siblings and stuff in the area that you guys do any kind of family stuff with?
Bam. Vertical suplex.
Vertical suplex. Burn Corbin. So it's like, how long do you keep your Thanksgiving leftovers? Forever.
I'm going to keep them until I'm done eating them.
So about 5 days. Then it's out the door. And gross. And done. Should look at a Black Friday deal of a garbage can.
2 of them, yeah.
They can't be too high tech though. The dog will figure it out.
A smart can. Voldemort, will you open the garbage? Close garbage, Voldemort. There's one that's live.
Oh. Is that what somebody's doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Films like Misty and Travis, you guys pick Carmella to win as well? Sure did.
Both of us.
Jasmine McLean in the chat says, did Carmella return? No. Carmella hasn't returned to wrestling in any way.
I don't even know if she will, to be honest.
People asking weird
they're
things.
trying to get knocked up, so she might just start going into fertility stuff.
People says, well, I don't know. Some family have come from Texas and sometimes Jacksonville, Florida. Oh.
I can tell you, as a dude that learned about women's stuff, is that women, when they're under a certain amount of body fat, have a really hard time conceiving. So she might have
and
to...
it's not just conceiving, but carrying.
Yeah, she
like
might
you
have
have
a hard
to get
time.
fat. I hate to say that, but for a woman to be healthy, in order to carry babies who eat off your body, basically, you have to be a little chunky. In the sense of having a higher fat content, not necessarily being chunky like me. Just having a higher fat content. You can't be completely ripped like Carmella is most of the time. She's very sleek and slimmed down a lot. And sometimes that's really hard to conceive under those kind of circumstances. Or keep the baby. Keep the baby. That's another thing that can be a problem. So good luck to them if they really are trying, because it's going to be a hard road if so. Who's got all of him?
He doesn't just have a quarter of him?
He doesn't have just an arm. He's got the whole body. The whole one. So, Piccolo, that doesn't really answer it. Like you said, some family have come from Texas and sometimes Texas. But are they doing that this year? Or are you guys just doing you guys? Sophie says with leftovers, it doesn't take us long to finish the entire thing. Nah, especially if you like send home food with people.
Yep.
Make sure and send plates home. Bum says Jacksonville, Florida, baby. And Chris says, yeah, my family comes over and we eat. Then also some of us gather around the TV in my game room and watch me grind on Call of Duty games. I still need to get the new game for this year. That's an interesting way to do it.
They're for the PS3, but I just got like 11 games, Call of Duty games.
That's crazy. Pickle's like, Duvall. Jasmine says, what about have Naomi and Sasha return yet? Nope.
Nope.
Have no idea if any of that's happening. And haven't seen hide nor hair. Sophie says sometimes with leftovers I have a few meals for the next few days, or sometimes we forget about it till it turns bad. Ravi says, is that right, Dee?
You have to see how far mine is along to see if I can cook it.
Sophie says my aunt's house now, she got pails filled with water that she has to empty them. Yeah, got her a roof problem. Ravi says, keep the baby. This ain't an Amazon order. Chris says, Baron Corbin just did Ryback finisher because I believe we're going to stop over at my stepbrother's in town. Mom is particular about having guests around.
Claymore, he misses it. That's it.
Like, she doesn't
Deep
like
six.
having guests over.
No, Drew kicks out. I was like, he's not beating Drew.
No way. Not with that move.
That's not even his finisher. That's just the deep six. It's not the end of days.
Right, Piccolo. That's what I figured. So many knickknacks and touchy kids are a no-no. Yeah, with all of her Christmas stuff already kind of coming out, I was like, yeah, she probably doesn't like being around to touch things. Chris says JBL managing MJF.
Yeah. Who the hell's this?
Tozawa.
Did he get his hair done?
He changed his hair.
He got his hair all did.
He's not a ninja anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Look how
great.
big it
He's
is
doing the whole spaghetti thing. That's dumb.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. Claymore. That's it. That was 1746.
Huh. That's crazy. So he says, yeah, whenever it rains, my aunt has to stay over at whatever friends she has left house to sleep over, right? Robbie says, Drew becoming the A jobber in this match? Nope.
No.
He's not. He didn't become a jobber. Appearing out of nowhere!
On that Etsy,
Yeah.
there's a couple people on there that make the cases for those Nintendo games. Mm-hmm. So if you have the sleeve, they'll build you the box.
Oh.
They're like $6. But it looks just like the original box.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. They do them for, and then the stickers on those and like Atari games, you know, because they're any cartridge game. So you tell them what cartridge you have and then you tell them what game it is, and then they'll make you a sticker and then they'll send it to you. So if one of your stickers is all tore up and in really bad shape, you can just take your hairdryer, or I've got a heat gun, get it off, and then put the new one on. And it'll look like a brand new game.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. So you could literally, when you build your collection, you can put them all so they look like they're in their original packaging.
Huh. It's different and weird. Chris says Tozawa looking like Okada with blonde hair. So he says most of my aunt's friends already left the state and they aren't rebuilding their homes from the hurricanes. That's kind of sad, but it sometimes happens. Chris says JBL taking his jacket off like a preacher on a hot Sunday. And Sophie says, do you guys do Secret Santa? No. We don't have really a lot of people in our family to do
never
Secret
mind. No,
Santa.
we do it through like a radio station or something.
So we have like done like angel stuff or whatever for like kids in need and things like that. I've done that a few years. Haven't done it the last couple of years because they really haven't had anything. But I haven't really listened to the regular radio. So, yeah. The only time I've ever done like a Secret Santa was at a job. Never done it like in a family.
Is that the white elephant?
No, Secret Santa is basically you pick a name out of a hat, and then you have to figure out what to get them. But you don't get them like something stupid. You get them something like they want, but it has to be like within a certain range of money. Like things that they like, like your grandma. We'll use hers for instance, right? Your grandma really likes puzzle books and Hershey's candy bars and licorice, right? So you'd get that as her Secret Santa gift because you know her so well that's why. You know,
$100 in chocolate bars.
Yeah, basically, right?
That would be fun.
So stuff like that is what a Secret Santa is. White elephant is a little bit different.
That's when you draw.
White elephant is when you bring like this really stupid gift.
And people trade it for
and and then it goes around like, I don't know if you give it to somebody and then like you start trading for stuff and whatever. It's like really silly. By the way, my job wants to do that on that night for that Christmas party.
On the 6th?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I'm glad they did it on a Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Yeah. They did it on a Tuesday. I was like, thank God. I was like, yay, they're doing it on a Tuesday. It was going to be a Tuesday or a Thursday. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. I don't have to like, hey, I'm not going to make it because of this. Anyways, Sophie says, how's your daughter?
Good. She got a job at Ross.
Oh, she got a job? Good for her. Picola says, I think that's a better deal since most of the kids have grown up. Right? Chris says, Scrooge McDuck. Picola says, like, put money towards a bike-a-thon. Yeah. Like, something like that. Like, or like our local churches or something like that. Help a family that's in need or something.
We've done that before.
We've done that before as well. So, I mean, it just kind of depends. I don't know what we're going to do this year. We usually try to do stuff like that just because, you know, and this year might be one of those years where instead of doing our Christmas for ourselves, we might be doing Christmas for others. In that sense. It's really hard. Your kids start getting older, and it's hard to get stuff for them, and yeah, it's just it gets to a point where you're just like, ugh. So it's like some jobs do secret. Yes, they do, Sophie. Some jobs do Secret Santas. Chris says, yeah, we did a white elephant. So he says some businesses do both white elephant and Secret Santa. And Chris says, I actually gave a white elephant statue to someone before it was funny.
I've done it. There's an elephant right here, but I don't want to get rid of it. That would work.
What do you mean a white elephant? There's a white elephant over there?
It's not white, but...
Oh, it's that one elephant thing that your grandma had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I would ever do that.
It's funny, though. You could make the mold from it.
Picola says the local DJ does a bike giveaway and you can bring in your used coats for others. Yep. Chris says the most charitable time of year, LOL.
Keep Christmas in your heart year-round.
Yeah, the problem of it is with inflation the way it is, charitable is myself. That's the hard part, right? Which is sad. It shouldn't be that way. But it kind of is. So he says what that other thing that is like White Elephant and Secret Santa is something angel. I don't know what kind of angel thing it's called. Boom! There he goes. He fell down on the floor. It was funny and terrible all at the same time.
Lots of boom.
Lots of booms.
You need to eat candy?
No.
Yeah, candy.
I don't want that
Just
candy.
have some candy.
It's there, but I want M&M's instead. They're in there. Might go grab them, though. Grab my keys. Start my vehicle.
Yeah, I was going to put another sign that says start your vehicle. I need to check my hot tub. Maybe I'll go do it all. Unless you really want to get out.
Nope, you can go if you want to. It's fine.
Yeah, because I want to check the hot tub.
Okay. Plain M&M's. They're in the cupboard. And then,
You don't want the ones in the Halloween?
No, you already gave those to me. I took all those.
Didn't know.
No, you did. You gave them to me. The whole bag.
It's awesome. Didn't know.
You forgot, you mean?
This is my brother. This is my sister.
Yes, and the keys are hanging up.
No, it's too early to start it.
Yeah, it's too early.
I guess I could just start it, but I do a run through, and then it'll be fine when you go to start it. But that's just a waste.
Yeah. You think I'm a bad guy?
You think I'm a bad guy?
You think I'm a bad guy? I'm worse than the devil. I'm the devil. Sorry. Oh, good. Somebody attacked it. Nice.
Is it the bloodline?
No.
I see red shoes.
It's AJ and the rest of Retro Judgment Day grabbed him.
And you want regular M&M?
Yeah, the regular ones. Absolute carnage. These men and women can't stand each other.
I don't think you have any.
Yeah, they're there. They're in the cupboard in the hallway with the chips. And they're up on the second shelf in the brown bag. Chris was like, LOL, Finn said he's the devil. That's MJF. Mm-hmm. Pickle's like, is this build-up holding your interest? No. Yes. I don't know the answer. I don't know what the answer to that should be. Oh my, he got hit with a garbage can full of garbage. Nobody wants to help him. All the refs are like, oh no, what do we do? I'm not sure. Commercial. All the commercials. All the commercials. Yeah, witches and black masses and stuff. If I was the janitor, I'd be pissed throwing the trash all willy-nilly, right? And they don't pick it up. You know, they don't make those stupid people pick it up. But hey, janitor guy, get over here and pick all this garbage up. Well, I wouldn't have had to pick it up because it was already in the garbage can where it belonged and needed to stay. That looks kind of weird. It's dumb. So weird. So weird. Yeah, what is it? What's so addictive?
Drugs.
Drugs. Did you get up? Did Dad leave the room and you got up to see what he was doing? That's nice of him. It's a leopold, it's a leopold, it's a leopold, it's a leopold kitty. Look at it, guys. He has his turkey stuff on.
Just shut down? How did that?
Are we not streaming?
It's on there. Why was it on?
I have no idea. I didn't touch anything.
Touched it.
I didn't do anything.
Oh.
Look at his little Thanksgiving bow tie.
That quarterback just got nailed.
Show us your big ticket item. The commercial.
Oh.
Do you not have your stuff in?
I don't.
Pickle's like, my one Air Force buddy. This is undisclosed conversation. Okay. Undisclosed. Hey.
Dragons.
You stop that. 24-10.
Yeah. It's been 24-10 for a while. Just so you know.
Pickle. He pawned off a bottle of peach snacks from the legal store. So I guess I'm supposed to get a buzz off of it. Having some edibles tonight, are we, Piccola? I got. Look at your face. Oh no, bite me. Suck your brain out. Are you awake yet? You don't look like you're very awake.
Is that what you bought? Was that Pro Wrestling? I know you got the Nintendo, the Mario Brothers, but what was the other one?
Wrestling.
Was it Pro Wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Just Pro Wrestling?
For sure. Bad, yes, boys, is in the chat. Hey, Bad. Says, what do you think? Who wins today? Rhea or Asuka? Oh, no.
I want to say it's probably going to be Rhea. And then, how do I word this? If it's Rhea, then they won't tell us who the fifth member is of the women's.
True.
And it'll be a surprise because it'll be the last entrant.
Right?
And it could be somebody big like Becky or Charlotte or somebody big coming back. That's sweet. I was just looking at that, like, because I forgot that guy. I used to own it. And this guy's channel here, he said, who remembers this game? And I was like, that's weird. So I looked it up, and that's that. It's Pro Wrestling. And I'm like, I totally remember it because this green guy, he was like a swamp thing.
Oh, yeah, he looks like the thing from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, the
creature from the Black Lagoon. That's pretty funny, actually.
Notice how far she is. Look, hurry.
Mm-hmm.
See the distance? Notice that. There's something going on there. She stays away from them. Bliss.
Oh, yeah.
That one, she's a little closer there, but...
Pickles.
I've noticed that quite a few times. See?
Yeah, how weird she's being. Pickle says, I don't know how much of the edibles will get you feeling right. I don't know.
I need to get some of those for my dog.
Thumb says, what time is it, guys? What time is it? Looks like it's lady time.
It looks like a bunch of jacket time. It's jacket time. So Bianca doesn't have toes on her boots.
Okay.
They're boots, but there's no toes.
Right? She has open-toed heels on.
On boots.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be stripper shoes.
Probably. Film says, oh, wait, hold up. Bliss and Bianca have jackets on. Never mind. You have
They
Oscar,
all
which
have
I don't
jackets
care
on.
for her, to be honest. Pico's like, wish it were Mickey James.
Right in the garbage can.
Wow, she sounds very enthusiastic about that.
Yeah.
Film says, false alarm, not yet, not yet, false alarm. Yeah. Rhea's not ready for Asuka.
I know she's from a different country, but it's like they just brought their freaking one like handicapped friend with them, Timmy. Just yells. Why is she screaming?
Why is she so upset? Hey, hey, hey!
Fine, there's nothing heavy. It's all empty boxes.
I don't want him jumping on shit.
Well, nobody does, but it's not. I'm just saying there's nothing that's gonna break. There's a gate, so he has to jump over it.
Did you put the gate too close up to the thing or
Probably.
something? Where's the other spray bottle anyways? Oh, did you put it back in there?
Probably
Thing.
just where it goes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot there are fourth members that trash on OC. The Ding Dong and her group.
What trash? What are you talking about?
Mia Yim. She's the fourth member.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Bleh. Devin says it has to be Beth Phoenix to be the mystery opportunity at WWE Survivor Series War Games.
Could be.
Or mystery opponent.
Well, if it's the hooded figure, it makes sense that it would be her. My pen is on its last leg because I keep scribbling over here, and it seems to work here. See it? Then when I go to write, I'm not getting it.
I wonder if something got on the page.
It's probably my own foil.
Ew. Gross.
Well, where's Mia? Like they make it like it's a pop, like it's a big deal. Like, you know, Triple H is in the back going, "Oh, this is gonna be so big. Watch this. I'm gonna bring out this dumb bitch," and the crowd's gonna be like, "Because why isn't she out there already?"
We're already like that.
He's behind the TV. See you guys.
Yeah, he's over there so he can knock some more stuff down. Devin's like, Asuka just read my mind. Oh, yeah?
Mind reader. Timmy. Old Timmy.
Telling Bailey to shut up? Film says, okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. Rhea for the win, and you know all the rest.
Oh, I don't have my watch on yet. It's probably charged. since it wasn't all the way dead. Yep, Hyundai. Is it a Hyundai? Is yours a Hyundai?
Probably.
Oh, you don't know?
Yeah. It's at 100 now.
Yeah, see, the 49ers, their quarterback, I don't know why he was a starter, but he got hurt. And so when he got hurt, they actually upgraded at quarterback. Because that's Garoppolo or whatever, he's been their quarterback. He took him to the freaking Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
He knows their offense. Like, I don't understand how the other guy was the starter, but I'm sure it's something to do with politics or something.
Maybe they wanted him to be. Maybe they were like, well, we'll make you a starter if you can be our quarterback. I don't know.
So they were talking about trading Garoppolo or whatever his name is to the Cowboys when Dak got injured because they thought it was going to be for the season.
Oh.
But their quarterback got hurt the next weekend.
Good thing they kept him.
Yeah.
He'd be screwed. And when Cowboys would be doing better.
Cowboys are doing pretty good now. Because they got Dak back, but yeah. And they were really good with their backup. Because their defense is so good, and they got good running backs.
He's watching both TVs, like both sides of it. Like,
I played some basketball today, and he was like up on the TV, trying to watch the basketball game.
it's pretty funny. He's like watching her like cuddle with that blanket or towel. You're like, whoa, what's this?
This is nice.
This is nice.
All those notebooks are just gonna fall.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Not. I don't like him up there on all that stuff.
Nobody does.
Whatever, he likes it. Devin says, are you guys going to do NXT 2.0? No.
No. I thought about it, but no. No NXT for me.
Yeah, it's a really hard thing to watch. That, and we don't like doing it like every day. We actually do other stuff in our lives. This is kind of like a hobby.
Yeah, I think if Raw went down to 2 hours, it wouldn't seem so overwhelming.
Yeah.
So if it was 2 hours, I could probably do another 2 hours on Tuesday or something, you know. But Raw is so overwhelming, and it's usually really slow. Like tonight's not so bad, but normally it's really slow, and it takes 5 hours to get through 3 hours, it feels like. Or longer.
Right. It really does sometimes, too. It does feel like you're like sitting here for like 5 hours. You're just like, oh my God. And it's not even over. And you're like, oh my God, why? Film's like, now, what time is it? What time is it? Lady parts time. Experienced campaigner.
She's a campaigner. Oh, also getting thrown by her wig.
Devin says, yeah, it is, but at least you guys get to see a titled match on NXT 2.0. Do we? Oh.
This is fun.
Sophie says, once again, the women are main eventing Raw.
Yeah.
Film's all about that armpits, and it's time for it. Leopold, what are you doing? Psst, 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 psst. What you doing, buddy? Oh. Leopold.
Hey, buddy. What you doing? He's like, what's this?
He's like, nothing. Dick. Hopefully your timer's still going. Sophie says they have a lot of options on who could be the fifth woman to be on Bianca's War Games team. Yeah, but are they good options? They already have one garbage heap option. I mean, why not add another shitty one?
There. That was just a black eye for the sport.
Oh. She's thought she was going to get that baseball slide, but that didn't happen.
The Judgment Day's Eradicator.
Eradicator!
Just call it Retribution. Just call it what it is.
She's like, let me get you up in there. She like grabbed her by her pants and like, jerked her up in there, taking her back in the ring. And she had a ginormous wedgie.
Yeah, she was pulling him out.
Yeah, she had to get her wedgie picked out of there in the ring. Asuka's like, need to pull up my pants. I'll show you.
There's a guy last week. I'm your poppy. And she's like, no, you're not.
Who said that? Rhea said it?
Some fan, yeah.
Oh.
I'm your poppy. No, you're not.
I know who my daddy is. You ain't him. What's the matter? You almost fell. You almost fell down. Yeah, you gonna cuddle for a minute? That's nice.
Take all your candy out of the cabinet and put those bowls in there. Get you a tote for your candy.
Where would you put the tote?
Move it around like the bowls.
What bowls are you talking about?
Those red lidded bowls.
Oh, I just need to decide what I want to do with them. There's a few of them I think I want to keep. Ooh. Just because they're just convenient to have. Maybe not the big ones. I'll probably end up taking those out to Dad's.
Smacking the shit out of it.
But the littler ones, some of those I kind of want to keep.
Old Rhea Ripley.
It's like body slamming a couch.
Or a Volkswagen.
Plum's like, come on, Rhea, use your powerful armpits to win the match. And Pico's like, I didn't see nothing. Nobody saw anything. Plum's like, glow, Rhea. Sophie says, there's Becky Lynch, Candice, Dina, Brooke, Raquel, Beth, Phoenix, who all have history with damage control in different ways. Yeah, I suppose.
Rackrod?
Not sure if Becky's ready. Is Raquel's from back? Like, when they were in NXT, though? Because if that's the case, then I don't feel they have history. Devin says, seeing what Rhea is wearing, you guys could tell PG is done on WWE.
Well, just because her fishnet ripped on her butt cheek.
Sophie says, and also Sasha, Naomi, or worst, Charlotte. Pico says, there was a time during the pandemic I should have applied as a production guy for AEW. There you go. Sophie says, what happened to Pico? He's right there. He was like, oh, I forgot it was Monday, haha. Sophie says, I meant what happened to that job.
Like, some days I forget what day it is.
Ayla says, thought it was Tuesday.
I forget what day it is at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, I get asked a lot that question. What day is it?
I could be doing this show.
Oh my god, dude. Yes. Okay, so this is a true story, everybody. We'll be done doing Raw. And he knows that Raw is on Mondays. We'll be finished. We'll be done. We'll get off the air. 5 minutes after we're off the air, he'll be like, what day is it? I'm like, it's Monday. We just did a 3-hour show of Raw. You know, the one that you so look forward to.
I look forward to it and not because I look forward to it because once it's over, the rest of the week's easy.
Pico says, would have seen me in Daly's place doing things and stuff. Pico's like, Ayla, nope, it's Thursday. Oh my god, Turkey Day! Vindicator's like, I'm willing to concede that Rhea will win this non-fresh match. So I will look for more expected turn of events with you guys on Wednesday. Till then, take care and stay classy.
Stay classy. I also think that Rhea should win this, and then that way they can keep that 5th member
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Vindicator. Appreciate it. We'll definitely see you on Wednesday. Hilla's like, when I'm sick, I don't think straight. And he's like, glad you got your ham, by the way. Yes, I did.
You're still sick? I don't think I've ever been sick for 3 days. It's terrifying.
She's weak. She's weak. And she has little kids. They get everything. Pico says, I don't know, wasn't sure if it was going to last due to the pandemic. So that's why you didn't go for it. Sophie says, before Rhea and Mia got involved with the War Games match, it was hard to predict who would be part of both Bianca and Bayley's War Games team.
Right.
Pico says, dang, Ayla can't shake off the crud. Devin says, wait, why are you guys done doing WWE Raw?
We're not.
We're not.
15 minutes.
We're talking about the fact of when we leave. We're talking about the fact that it's nice because it's so long. And some Mondays, it's way longer than other Mondays. Like, this one's not so bad. Like, it hasn't been like, oh my God, I look at the clock and only like 5 minutes have gone or something.
I try to take my watch off when I do these shows anymore.
Right. Well, I don't usually look at my watch or anything, but there's clocks everywhere on the computer screens, and so it's just there. So. Sophie says, after the pandemic, a lot of people didn't go back to their jobs either because they got fired or quit. Ayla's like, nope, I'm on, what, day 4? I got sick on Friday. McCold's last 6 to 7 days. I time track them. Sophie says, but Travis did, what, a 5-hour stream on Saturday. This is like a breeze.
Drew Brees.
He said it was going to be a lot nicer than Saturdays. He did mention that earlier. Ayla says, last year I got pneumonia. I was sick for almost 2 months, if not more. I don't have the best immune system. Devin says, it was okay, WWE Raw show.
Yep, nothing wrong with this one.
It's a little bit better than their average stuff.
It's a go-home show.
Wow, San Francisco was at 31. Ugh, they better not get complacent. They still have so much time left.
Not enough. This team doesn't have that kind of an offense.
It's the fourth quarter with 12 minutes left.
Yeah. They'd have to score 21 points, 3 touchdowns.
Right. I mean, I get it, but they just can't get complacent, though, right? I mean, you don't want to make it a
competitive.
A really close game at the end going, oh no,
the 49ers
thing
have the ball,
could totally...
and it's 3rd and 2. They're going to get a first down here. That's not 2. I don't know why they have 3rd and 2 there. That's 3. First down.
Mm-hmm.
They can't tackle him.
Your dog's doing some bad stuff out there. Devin says it was okay, WWE Raw shows. I was like, when I get sick, I am only sick for a day or 2. Mikey Castro in the chat. Hey, Mikey says Mike. OC. And Ayla says, not to mention I get sick, then one kid gets it, then the other one, then Jord, then back to me. Haha. Like an awful circle.
It's a circle of life. Maxos.
What are you ripping up?
Paper plate.
Get out of it.
Dollars to donate.
Drop it.
Rhea Ripley throwing haymakers.
Pico says, yeah, I get it with having family passing on their fly, right? Mike is like, WWE OC AJ Styles. Oh, he meant the flu. Yeah, I like the fly better, but yeah, flu too. Ugh. So he's like, it's funny people complain about a 3-hour Raw, but then AEW has like a 4 or 5 pay-per-view that not that many people complain about it. Whatever.
It moves pretty quick, but because there's just constant matches, there's not a lot of talking.
Naxos! Naxos! Knock it off!
2 backhands.
It was like, kids are gross, so fun times! Yeah, fun times. Ugh. Devin's like, who are you guys talking to about Drop It? Our dog. One of our German Shepherds, Naxos. He likes to get into the garbage and rip up paper plates and eat things he's not supposed to.
Uh-oh, touchdown.
Because he's a douche. A douche canoe. Pickle's like, nobody complains about Raw. Raw is perfect.
You know who's not perfect? Arizona's defense.
Ooh, burn.
Pretty bad.
Sophie's like, are there any more plays D going to see? Not anytime soon, but yeah, probably.
Did he step out anywhere? Nope. Maybe right there.
Yeah, what is she doing? What is this?
It's the Texas cloverleaf.
Is that what it is?
That's what that's called.
Oh, okay, that's nice to know.
Tap out. Tap out, Asuka.
Piccola. Also, I'm having a great time. Good. Alyssa. They were actually talking to Fat Lisa. He's in their kitchen picking your random stuff up. So he's like, my dog doesn't go into the garbage pail or drink out of the toilet. He was like, is it because your dog is a cat? Well, let's put it this way. Normally, he doesn't get in the garbage. But as of late, he has gotten into this terrible habit of getting into the garbage.
It's terrible.
Ever since we starve him to death. He eats the normal amount of food he's supposed to get, so he is starving to death. So he supplements by eating paper.
Garbage.
And you have to be really careful because he will eat foil now too. So that goes in that regular garbage. The lid broke on it, and now he can open it with his nose, and he figured it out. Little poop.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, would you go see the play that you've seen this past weekend again, D? No, I would not. I did not enjoy it that much.
Oh, headbutt. Picks her up, drops her back.
What? What? No way.
She's tore her eyelashes off.
Who, Rhea?
Yeah, she went.
She was so mad she tore her eyelashes off? That's not good. Maybe one was in her face.
See it hanging there? You'll see it.
Oh, that's why she got rid of it then, so it would get out of her eyes.
She did it with both of them. You'll see it. I'll tell you when to look. See it hanging?
Uh-huh.
So there's throws that one. Throws that one.
She's like, well, screw it.
Those long eyelashes have to be something that women came up with. I get like guys do a lot of weird stuff and they're attracted to things.
Right?
But not one guy's ever said, oh, she'd be so hot if she had longer eyelashes. Not once ever has it been said. I've been in locker rooms. I've been in all sorts of conversations about all sorts of positions. And
stuff and things and whatnots. Eyelashes were not one of the things that came up. Just eyes, but not eyelashes.
Right. Eyebrows even, right? They
right.
come up.
Devin's like, Asuka will never, ever tap out. Sophie said, I'm not a cat person. They are evil. It was like laughing. My grandma had a dog that ate soda cans. Sophie says, is it hard to potty train a dog? It was like, you're evil. Cats really match energy. It was like on the toilet, Sophie. Sophie's like, I meant to potty train them to go outside to do their business.
No, there's a trick to it, and it's very simple. And
when you first get your puppy and bring them home, do not bring them in the house. Take them outside where you want them to potty.
That's it. Rhea Ripley with the dub.
And you make them stay outside until they go and do their business. So if you're out there for 15 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, hopefully it's not cold, then yeah. But don't bring them inside the house and let them down because they'll think that the inside is their potty.
Right, and then there's real tricks after that one too. That one's kind of like a...
That's like just the initial thing.
Mm-hmm. But the big one is you set up a kennel because they don't like to pee or poop where they sleep. And so you just set up an area that's just big enough for them. So you get those big cages that don't have tops on them. And you set it up on a really small section. And then you...
The women are fighting.
You slowly enlarge that until it's the full 8-side panel.
Mm-hmm.
Then you enlarge it to the size of the front room, and they won't pee in their home. It's what happens is people bring them home and let them run all over, and then they'll pee in places because that's not where they're from. That's not their house.
Oh.
So you just keep their house and you just keep making it a little bigger. It takes about a week, and they'll never pee in your house once. Naxos never peed in the house until he started having seizures.
Yeah.
And then he pees while he's having a seizure, not.
You don't have your mic on, so Ayla was saying for you to speak up. We're almost done, so. Ayla's like, you should try the toilet. Sophie's like, is this the right main event? Yep, it's the right one, and it's done. Film's all he wants for Christmas is women's stuff, and Film's like, let's go, Rhea. Come on, Rhea, give her that, and she does. Devin's like, damn it, Asuka lost. Yeah. So he's like, I feel like they should have opened the show. Nah. It was like, Travis, speak up. And Devin says, is Asuka okay? Because Asuka looked like she is hurt.
I don't know. Rhea's inside.
She's going up top right now on the ropes, so she must be okay.
She's fine.
She's throwing herself at a whole bunch of women to catch her, and they did. So she seems to be
got
okay.
Her own team.
Yeah, Ayla's like, my phone volume is all the way up and can hardly hear ya. Yeah, he talks really low in the microphones about 2 feet away from his mouth. So he says maybe Bianca's team will replace Asuka. Nah.
Asuka's fine.
Ayla's like, I know, y'all are almost done. We are! We're almost done. War Games! They still have the other person isn't revealed, but on SmackDown, it's going to be revealed.
Oh, is it? Is that what they said?
That's what they just said, and they're talking. Sounded like that's what he said. I could have misheard him, but it sounded like that. Ayla's like, he's a mumbler, right? And Sophie says, I like that. The 5th person is going to be a surprise until Friday. Luna says, goodbye, everyone. Bye, Luna. Thanks for hanging with us. Piccolo says, everybody is injured. No show on Saturday. Ayla's like, he's a muffler. There you go. He's a muffler. Muffle, 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 muffler. Muffle, muffle. Mikey says, WWE Friday. Yep, SmackDown Friday. Pico's like, it's going to be Dana Brooke versus Natalia. Sorry, folks. That's horrible, Pico. What a terrible prediction. Golf Leshia says, I'm gone now. Ayla says, mumbling muffler. Yes. Right now, guys, they're just kind of going over the War Games Survivor Series matches that were going to be on Saturday, which they'll go over those again on Friday, too, as well. They're just showing some replays of what happened, of the beatdown of the people and stuff, and then the other group kicking their butts and things happening and all that jazz, and done. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I'm so glad you guys came out on this nice Monday to hang out with us. We really appreciate it. We're going to be back on Wednesday, of course, for some AEW, though, for some AEW Dynamite. So he says, I feel like they're saving the surprise until Friday because they don't know which way to go. Martha says, I'm out of here. Do you want to say anything about that, right? About the Friday surprise?
I just said, yeah, that who knows what's going on.
Right.
It's hard to tell sometimes. I think it's going to be Beth Phoenix, but I don't know how they would do it. But it's got to be somebody that would look good in a hood.
Right. Ayla says, I'm tired. Good night. All right. Film says, goodbye. See you guys later on the next live stream. Excuse me. I'm going to go worship Bliss. Devin says, I hope I get to watch WWE SmackDown this week after what happened last Friday. You should be able to. Film says, God bless, and all that good stuff, and bye. Mikey says, WWE Live. Devin says, goodbye. Film says, big hugs, big heart. Love you guys. Bye, Misty, Travis. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep. All right, everybody. Again, thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Raw. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I know it's sometimes a little bit long, but we really appreciate your time and hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.